And welcome back to another episode of Canonically Incorrect?
Canonically?
Canonically Incorrect? Canonically? Anyway, welcome back to this week's episode of Canonically Incorrect. Canonically Incorrect. I am Zach, and my co-host...
Eugene's right here.
And today we have a special guest.
Last minute, too.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? This is Danny. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me, y'all.
Just a heads up, I will probably be referring to him as Choi Boy. I've been calling him that for as long as I can remember.
How long was that?
I think you met him first time around 5th grade, but
yeah.
we didn't hang out.
It was definitely around middle school I started calling you Choi Boy. I know
you went to Ankeny?
No,
but you were like...
we're hanging out with Eugene.
Yeah,
okay, I got you.
Right.
I got you.
Eugene lived in the neighborhood, so...
That's right.
So yeah, I am outnumbered 2 Asians to 1. So.
Asian invasion.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what they say about Asians?
That they are...
Whatever.
Asians?
Oh my gosh.
Once you go Asian, you don't go Blasian. Once you go Asian, you don't go Caucasian.
Ooh, there you go.
So yeah, this week's episode is a special episode. As always, we do themed episodes. Last week's, if you did not catch it, and feel free to always go back because these episodes are kind of timeless.
Yeah, They're not of them.
Yeah, I mean you can always watch them at any time. Last week's was free to play. So if you want to check that out, follow us on at Twitter at Canon_incorrect. All one word.
See, you say canon this time, but...
Yeah, but you have to add the ickly. It doesn't... Canon plus ickly means canonically.
Okay.
Well played.
Canonically.
Oh, whatever. We'll figure it out.
So this week's episode, we brought our special guest. We're going to talk about... it's like a best of or favorites of animation in general. This is going to encompass anime and cartoons, like Western cartoons.
Yeah, it's any animated stuff. It could even be French.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them actually is probably French on the list.
Well, spoilers for me. I don't think I have any French.
You do, probably.
Oh, God. God help me if I have French.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I'm kind of scared that I might know some French cartoons.
We're expanding to our French friends listening.
Yeah, but nothing wrong with the French.
You probably didn't see it in French. You probably saw it in English.
Well, we'll see. Eugene will probably reveal what of my favorites is actually French, and thus crushing my soul. So, as you know, we go into this. This episode's going to be very toy. Like, we're not going to be as off topic because we're going to almost jump right into the topic is each of our favorite animation, and we have it by genre. We'll go over that in a second. But before we go into that, we have Geek Potpourri. No news, nothing new, right?
I think the only thing that you could say is the Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, and that's going to be Geek Potpourri, I think. Yeah. So we're going to talk just quickly in Geek Potpourri before we get into it. I watched the new Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, so I'm going to give my review. Spoilers, it was terrible.
5 being average.
Oh, God.
So -2?
Okay, if you guys know about me by now, I've been pretty generous with my past scores. I think the lowest I've given anything so far is a 4.
Wow.
Yeah, out of 10, because we say 5's average.
5's average, yeah. Because it's in the middle. That's the good.
Right. Yeah, so this one's a 2.
Wow.
That's pretty low.
It's bad. The writing is bad. The characterization's bad. Everything is just bad. It's the plot's bad. It's boring. I almost fell asleep. I wanted to leave the theater. I was daydreaming during this movie. Do not see Fallen Kingdom. Choi Boy was talking earlier. You watched the first one, Jurassic World.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. The idea, the concept is good, but it didn't give me the nostalgic feeling that when I was watching it. Because if you think about it. Like, right now, they're redoing a lot of these old school movies to new school. Like, for like Power Rangers. When the new Power Rangers, when I watched it, I'm like, it's all good. But then, when they play that music, go, go, Power Rangers. And I'm just like, holy...
You can say it.
I can cuss?
Yeah, you can cuss. It's fucking hell.
Oh, nice. But shit, yeah, I was just like, it was amazing. Like, but watching Jurassic World.
You just opened Pandora's box.
Oh my God. Cuss. Watching Jurassic World.
Wait, I'm the one who broke it first. Shit.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you, Eugene.
You're welcome.
Anyway, but yeah, watching Jurassic World, I didn't feel that nostalgic feeling when I watched the first Jurassic Park. And, yeah, but I think it was it Steven Spielberg directing this one?
No, it was not. I never heard the guy guy. I actually stayed because I want to know what man destroyed this. I don't know. I can't remember his name.
In the future.
It's bad. Do not watch. Now, Troy Boy wasn't a fan of the first Jurassic World. I thought it was average.
I didn't like it. Yeah. I mean, once again, I'm a biologist. So
right.
It makes it really bad for
I'm guessing as a biologist, you're not a fan of any of the Jurassic Park movies.
No, I love the first Jurassic Park, though.
Do not see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. On Rotten Tomatoes, it was around a 47% critic rating and like something similar with audience, and that's, I think, being generous. So, it's not good. Do not watch it. Even my sister, who's like a sucker for those kind of crappy movies, I think she has bad taste in movies, she hated it.
I mean, I do love terrible movies, but when they're so terrible...
I should have saw Incredibles 2. That's my next movie we'll be reviewing, probably next week.
Sounds good.
All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the main event, if you will. Animation. So how it's going to work is we're going to first talk about... We're going to do anime first.
Let's do cartoon, a smaller list.
All right, yeah. Two Asians, surprise. They have more anime than Western cartoons. Actually, I do too. I'm a weebo, surprise.
Who knew?
Yeah. So we're gonna start with cartoons first, and we're gonna separate it into genre. I really only have two genres. I don't have a drama genre.
I don't have a drama either.
Okay, so it's gonna be two. We're gonna talk about our favorites in comedy and action Western cartoons.
Western cartoons.
So non-anime cartoons, and this will include like Pixar movies, which we will have a separate episode about movies sometime later. It won't be after this one. We'll give you a break.
I mean, like the way
Troy Boy really wants to do movies, so we might next time.
I'm a movie guy.
We'll save if he's available next week. We'll do that. If not, we'll save it to the next time he's able to show up.
I mean, even then we can do a double record if we have to, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
For now, let's just focus on that list.
Focus on the list. So let's start with what action or comedy? What do you feel like?
Let's go with action because that's something that everyone knows.
All right. Do you want to go first since you're the guest, Troy Boy?
For my favorite action?
Yeah, favorite action cartoon.
Okay, well, I'm going to start it off as an Asian. I got to give it to Jackie Chan Adventures. I'm sorry if there are those who doesn't like it, but it speaks to me because I am a big Jackie Chan fan. And when I first heard that Jackie Chan is coming in the cartoon, I was very excited. The only downfall is it's not Jackie Chan's voice. That made me mad.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's not Jackie. It's a white guy trying to be like, hiya, uncle.
I didn't know that.
It was not Jackie. I was like, that's not Jackie Chan.
Is Uncle's voice Asian at least?
No.
One more thing.
I think, the white people do a good job with that. But
I remember the show.
Yeah, but I mean, the show was good to me because not only did it have good action, but it had a decent amount of history in the show. You learn some stuff because in that show, Jackie Chan is an archaeologist,
right?
So he goes around the world and does and just reveals new things that I didn't know. So it was a good show to learn, and it's pretty funny. Had that Jackie Chan humor. Not humor, but Jackie Chan humor.
Family-friendly humor, like Jackie Chan's known for. And the medallions, I thought was a nice added for the first season, and kind of the second season.
I forgot about that, but yeah.
Yeah, each medallion, so it had like a supernatural aspect to it.
A reason to make it actually go cartoon, too, without the fact that they probably could get Jackie Chan himself.
I mean, if Jackie Chan, if Jackie Chan for real can run down the pyramid, the actual pyramid in Egypt, then kudos for him. But
I mean, at his prime, he might have been able to. Remember what's it called? The High Stories building.
Yeah.
That's talking about his movie, or
in his actual movie, he does crazy stunts.
Was it called something cop?
Police Story.
Police Story. He did, and there's also when he forgets his memory. He does that. Too.
Who am I?
Who am I?
I think that's the one.
It's the one when he was sliding down the glass.
That's the one I was thinking about. I mean, if you could do that, I'm pretty sure you could run down the pyramids.
Yeah, but
I remember at the end of each cartoon, Jackie Chan did speak as himself, not as a cartoon.
Yeah. My favorite one, I remember this, is because it's like, how many languages the kid asked the question, how many languages can Jackie Chan speak? And he said like 9. So he was, and then at the end he's like, I don't know how to speak English no more.
Fun fact, Jackie Chan fans, he was in a porno once.
That is true. That is true.
Dan didn't know about that until I told him.
And then I had to look it up to see if it's true, because sometimes Eugene's facts are pretty ridiculous, so I had to look it up, and it is true. He was in a porno, and he said the reason why he was in that porno is so he can make money to make his movies.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
That
He can star as many pornos as he wants if he makes another drunken master. That's all I'm going to say.
I know, but thing is, here's another fun fact. After he was finished with the porno, he went back to his working on his movies.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I love Jackie Chan, so that's a great addition. I like that you brought that up. I would have never thought of Jackie Chan Adventures.
I mean, as a kid, I loved it, but like thinking about it now, I don't.
I'd have to rewatch. I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
But like I said, that's as a kid. I loved it as a kid.
If you want to watch it for free, it's all on YouTube. Jackie Chan Adventures, season 1.
Please don't sue us, Hulu.
Or YouTube, since this is where we're posting it. All right, so Eugene, do you want to go next on what an action cartoon you like?
I guess one of my favorite would have to be like it's a toss up, but in the end, it'd probably be the Avatar. Yeah, the Last Airbender. Like I'd probably put that at the top. Like,
yeah, that's on my list. We talked about that. That's on my list too.
Is that your top or is that?
It's close to. I can't. It's hard to say.
The other one would be Samurai Jack, which is
it's also on my list. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love both of them so much. Like they both had like their own aesthetics and the way the world looked.
Yeah, Avatar was almost like an anime for Western, like,
right? And it was nicely drawn. Like the world was kind of different too.
Just so you know, we're talking about the Last Airbender, not the Korra one. Eugene and I are both not very big fans of.
I haven't seen too much of Korra, but I didn't like it.
It's terrible. I don't care what you say. The Korra destroyed Avatar, literally. If you watch the show,
and Cavius. Don't forget about Cavius.
Yeah. So I agree. Avatar is a great show. It's on my list. I love the action. That final fight versus Ozai.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, when he uses all the elements.
Just to defeat him.
Yeah, which is a good point to mention. There might be some spoilers, but we'll give you a heads up if they're like major spoilers.
I don't know. At this point, is it a spoiler?
No, I mean the show's been. If you haven't seen the show, watch it. What are you doing? Airbender last.
I mean, to be fair, right? You should definitely know what the last fight was.
I mean, they made a terrible movie based on it.
I know.
M. Night Shyamalan.
No, I'm saying like at this point, like even without that, right? Watching the series, you know who the final villain is going to be.
Yeah, Ozai is the final villain, definitely. They tell that from the get go.
They tell that from the get go. You know based on what he's going for that he's everything. Like like they hinted. I don't want to say they hinted. They just kind of blatantly said it.
They said that in order for him, because Ozai is the big bad, the Fire Nation. So Airbender is a great show. I love it. It's good throughout. It's a pretty strong. It starts off strong and it ends strong. So
they had a weak point a few times, but
it
was never for like a whole season. It was like for an episode.
And I love when they go into like because normally you have earth, fire, wind, and water.
Yeah.
And heart.
No. Wrong show, Zach. Wrong show. Captain Planet, where are you?
But they had those, but then they had sub-elements, like when Toph is able to, like, she's an earthbender, but then she can bend metal.
Yeah, and then
fire's lightning.
Yeah, I don't think and then water's blood.
Blood bending, which is awesome.
Yeah.
OP. Air doesn't have one. In Korra, they do mention air does have one. It's flying.
Oh, but remember, let's say but most of them are dead anyway. So
Aang's the only airbender. Spoilers from the first episode.
and so I don't think he knows it. So
the show's called Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh my god! I can't believe oh my god! I just realized that. Oh my!
Dan now realizes that the spoiler wasn't so much a spoiler.
It's literally in the title.
I'm such a oh my gosh! I'm so stupid. Oh my god!
But I agree. Avatar, great show. It's strong. It's I think 3 seasons technically.
I don't remember.
There's one book for each of the elements he doesn't know. There's I think book 1 is water. Right. Book 2 is earth. Book 3 is fire.
I think you're right.
So I recommend watching that. The Last Airbender anyway. And then Samurai Jack you mentioned.
Yeah. Like I love the aesthetics of the world. Like it's kind of simple, but at the same time, like the colors they put really good colors in the show to make it like more complicated than it actually looks.
Yeah, it's another kind of like anime-esque.
Yeah, it felt like really, really Western, but at the same time, there's like this anime like underline.
Well, the voice of Jack is black, so.
I did not know that.
Phil
did not know
Lamar.
either,
Phil
yeah.
Lamar. Great guy. He's like, have you ever seen Pulp Fiction? He's Marv. He gets his head blown off in the car.
No way.
Yeah, that's the voice of Jack.
Wow.
He's also on Mad TV, and he's the voice
Mad
of
TV.
Hermes on Futurama.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
So, yeah, he's also, I think, the voice of Green Lantern on Justice League, which we'll talk about later.
Okay.
John Stewart, Justice League, Unlimited,
Okay.
Okay.
So, a good show. I agree. Dan, did you ever watch Samurai
I
Jack?
saw some Samurai Jack. What compelled me about Samurai Jack is the music. They did a really good job with the music.
That's true.
Because, it was just... Cause,
it did, like I said, like the simple background, like they had to make it feel much bigger, and
there would be long stretches of like no dialogue, which shows you like that's like the music really does a lot of the talking. There's and the sound
a lot
effects.
of the talking, the colors they put into the show, like because they made it seem like really dark with the.
I mean, this shouldn't be news. This is a good show. I mean, you ask anyone, Samurai Jack's like on everyone's list.
Yeah.
They had a new season. They wrapped it up.
I still need to finish that.
I watched it. I wasn't a fan of how they ended it, but the last season was pretty good overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like the last episode. but-
Okay.
Fair enough. I mean, not everything you want to hit. Is there anything you want to add to the list, Zach?
Yeah, I got a couple, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start with just 90s in general. 90s X-Men, 90s Spider-Man. You guys ever watch any of those?
Dude. Those...
Zach,
That's
of course I watched it. I had to watch it with you sometimes.
90s Spider-Man is amazing. It's an action cartoon where they don't throw a single punch. And they don't use real guns because violence is bad, people.
You know
In the
what?
90s, everything was censored.
I don't remember this. Like I haven't seen it in a long time. But if I probably watch it, I'd probably notice it now.
There's like a documentary about like the 90s and how they had to like censor it because I can't remember who was in charge of Spider-Man, but like they didn't want kids.
It was Fox.
It might have been 4 kids of all people.
No, it was before 4 Kids' time.
that's Fox.
It was Fox, but they censored it and they didn't want Spider-Man to punch people.
Boo.
They didn't want actual guns.
Boo.
And so like there's like but it's still great. The story's good. So we got Spider-Man, we got X-Men, same deal. I mean, come on, Wolverine, that
Wolverine Claw.
yeah. I mean, everyone knows this song, right? Yeah, we got Troy Boy in the background humming it. Great show. Again, it really relied on the story more than the action because of censorship. I'll look at my list.
Fireworks.
Speaking of Spider-Man, let's talk about Spectacular Spider-Man. That was on about 10 years ago.
I don't know which one that was.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
I don't think I've seen it.
I'm going into the singing business.
Can you refresh us on this spectacular?
So it was on WB right before it ended. Kids WB.
Okay, I didn't see this.
It's a much better. It's tighter. The action's good. The choreography's good. It's a really good show. If anyone talks about Spider-Man cartoons, they probably mention the '90s and Spectacular, not Ultimate. No one likes Ultimate Spider-Man. It's terrible. So we got that. That's a great show. Come on, Superman, people. Superman the animated series
I don't remember too much about that, to be honest.
and Batman the animated series. They're both on my list.
Okay, so
I did remember Batman. I did like Batman. That's true.
Superman the animated series is basically they weakened him down to make him more compelling. Superman. So,
Okay, I mean which we'll talk about in a different episode, actually.
yeah, and basically his weakness was lightning.
Wait, what?
I'm joking. Like every episode, he gets shot by lightning and it hurts him somehow. Let's see. I got a couple more. Really, 2 more. Gargoyles.
Oh my god.
I did remember about Gargoyles when we made the list. But I was thinking to myself, like, did I really, really like it? Like, now. You know what I mean?
You shut your whore mouth.
You know what? I have to rewatch it.
You rewatch it this second.
Oh my god. Gargoyles.
Keith David is like the best silky smooth voice I'd
No, don't get me wrong. I love his
The
voice.
things I would let him do to me just as long as he talked to me.
No,
Keith David would be like, Zach.
no,
I'd be like, yes, Goliath. Stick this in your mouth.
okay.
Tell me again that sultry voice, Keith David. I mean, Goliath.
No. I mean, I did like the voice acting in that show.
Right,
Like,
it's a
like, I mean, like as a show.
I liked it.
I don't remember the story much, and
The story's amazing. It's like Macbeth. It's like very Shakespearean. It's good.
But I did remember like some of the voices, and I thought the voices were pretty good in the show in my head.
Yeah.
They only came out during the nighttime, right?
Yeah, they were statues during the day.
Okay, that's
Was
what
it during the day or when daylight hit them?
Daylight and hit them, but during the day, regardless.
Okay.
Like you couldn't escape. They're not like reverse vampires.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. Like,
And then they would heal when they're in statue form. So, like, let's say Goliath gets shot in the chest when he turns into a statue, and then
He'd
he
be
wakes.
back.
When he wakes up, he's back to full health. It's kind of
remember that, yeah.
It's kind of like a superhero show in its own way.
man, we're talking about those old schools, man. I got a ton more, man. Holy crap!
I mean, you got to be good enough that you can say it's your favorite. Like now.
well,
I know that you want to put on your list Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
thank you. That's why Asians know.
Talk about the late '80s TMNT or the
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Teenage Mutant. I can sing the whole song. But I'm not going to.
Damn!
But-
Stop.
Turtles in the Half Shell.
No copyright.
They're the world's most. Okay. Anyway.
Copyright, guys.
yeah.
Oh no.
So yeah,
We're not singing the whole thing.
So yeah, for
Turtle power.
okay, so there's TMT, of course TMNT's in there. And then if you guys remember Shark Attack,
I don't know if I can put that as a favorite.
I love Shark Attack. I bought the toys. That's why I loved it.
Like
my
as a
God.
kid, like I said, this is one of those things.
For those of you who don't know, these are humanoid sharks.
Yeah.
Yes, land sharks.
Yes.
They have legs. They have the head of a shark.
Hey, they can barrel underground and you can see their fins. The only one I did not like was a hammerhead one. He was useless. The other guys were cool. The tiger shark and everything. but the
It's
hammerhead was
basically a
stupid.
blatant ripoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
But
Pretty much sharks. Yeah,
No, but like as a kid, I loved it, right? But as an adult now, I don't know if I can say I love it.
I can still watch it.
I mean, come on, it's nostalgia. Never underestimate the power of nostalgia.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch
I
Gargoyles.
can.
Just like Gargoyles, I totally forgot about that. I will rewatch that.
My last one is Justice League Unlimited.
It's
Of course it is.
Yeah, it was on.
Oh yeah, I remember watching this.
mid-2000s.
Yeah, I remember watching this with you.
It's
a
like
little bit,
2001 to 2006.
I
it was
remember
on.
that.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Superman being my favorite hero. He has
Batman, it's OP still.
Oh, we'll see. We're gonna do an episode of Batman vs Superman.
dude,
though.
you're down. Okay.
All right, you really want
If
to
you
do
didn't
that?
know that Choi Boy is a huge fan of Batman.
I love Batman.
I mean,
I'm Batman.
I mean, of the DC characters, I do like Batman the most.
Oh my god. This is what happens when we get two Asians versus one white boy.
But the thing is, I don't like DC as much as Marvel overall.
Wait, what? Oh my gosh.
I prefer DC.
I prefer DC. I'm the white guy this time.
Thank you. Yeah, Justice League Unlimited. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? That's an amazing. It's probably
It's actually really good.
it's really good. It starts off just called Justice League, and then like the second or third season, it changes its name to Justice League Unlimited.
Okay, I didn't know like when they changed it, but I remember something like that.
Justice League Unlimited, just so you don't know, is the second like half of the series, the last two seasons, and they include more than just the core Justice League.
Oh,
Like they have lesser known people on it too.
Okay. So on this, also, oh yeah, you know what? Let's go to the next one.
Comedy.
Yeah, comedy.
All right, so let's talk about our favorite comedy. And again, we're on Western cartoons.
Oh man,
You want to
comedy.
go again first, Choi Boy?
You know what? We'll go first. Let them think about it.
Yeah, this
think
is
about
tough.
it. Think
Yeah,
about it.
go
Think
ahead.
about it.
You
Think
guys-
about it. Think
So
about it.
you know what goes my favorite? It's something that as a kid I hated, but now I love.
I know what you're gonna say.
It's the Tick.
Spoon.
I was gonna do that, but you beat me to it.
he did it earlier, so
The cartoon tick?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, but instead of saying spoon, I would say spork.
Spork.
Just mess it up.
The Tick is one of those like great. It's a comic book. It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
It came back in the early 2000s as a live action with.
I didn't know that.
I
Actually,
always forget his name. Something Warbird. The guy who voices Joe on Family Guy.
is it
Warburton.
any good?
Yeah, but it was only on for like 8 episodes before it got canceled. But then they revived it recently on Amazon Prime.
Oh, cool! I gotta go watch that.
And that's really good. It's a really good.
Yeah.
Tell people what Tick is.
So the Tick is a superhero who's absolutely positively go-lucky. I'm trying to think of a good word for him.
He's a moron.
Yeah. I mean that too. But like, he's positively a moron.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah. But like, not only that, he's also incompetent
Yeah, but he's also probably the most powerful hero.
in that universe.
Yeah, in that universe. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's invulnerable as far as we know, and like he's a strong man.
Yeah, like he can't die. I wouldn't say invulnerable. No, yes, he is.
Nothing can hurt him, but he's a moron. That's his weakness. He's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a comedy. It makes fun of superheroes.
Like superheroes, and like just like, oh, we got all these superheroes in this world. Let's make a community, right? Nobody shows up.
The Tick is almost making fun of. I mean, it depends on who you ask. It's like making fun of Batman, kind of.
No, I mean it makes fun of all of them.
Makes fun of Batman, like and Superman, kind of mix. Because
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you something. I want to know if you guys know this question. Why did he call himself the Tick? Do Do you know that?
I don't know on the top of my head.
I don't know if they ever say why they call him.
Yeah, I
Ted.
don't think so.
Yeah, I wish they revealed that because I don't remember.
Maybe in the comics they might have.
Oh, they
But
did make comics.
Well, I don't know, but his partner's Arthur. That's his name. That's a superhero name
no,
too.
that's his name.
He's a moth guy, but everyone thinks he's a bunny. That's an ongoing joke.
because he had those ears.
Yeah.
It's a great cartoon. It's a great show.
Like as a kid, like you said, you would probably hate it because you would not understand the joke. But as an adult now, I watched it again because someone reminded me of it.
He kind of talks like his voice in the cartoon anyway reminds me of Adam West, where he talks like, "Come on, old chum, I can smell the evils afoot, and today's laundry is justice." Like he talks like that.
Yeah. And he's at the same time he's smiling.
Yeah. That's a good. I like that. That's a good comedy
Good
show.
choice. Good choice.
It's, like so, like when I think about it, there's like a lot that I can't like, but like when I think about comedy, like time changes, you know what I mean? But this one still is great even nowadays.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, I recommend watching it. You can find it somewhere. Probably Hulu, honestly.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I don't know. I'll check on that. I have Hulu, so I'll check on it.
Do you want me to go next? Are you still thinking?
I think I have one.
right.
And I recently been watching this. I gotta add King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
I gotta add when I was back in the day.
One of those same thing.
It was really weird because Mike Judge was his comedy is very different from like it's like very smart comedy almost.
Yeah, he did Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, so like that's why I wasn't a big fan of Beavis and Butthead either, though. But when I watched King of the Hill again, I get the joke because I guess my mind matured during when I was older and much funnier. It's crazy how this guy, like he portrayed this guy, a Texan who just loves propane to the point where he'll
propane accessories
to the point where he would probably divorce his wife for propane. But like
one of my favorite jokes is like when he's talking about he has to be a good host, and Bobby goes, "What happens if they ask for what happens if they ask they're vegetarian? Then we politely ask them to leave." I mean, it's great. Can't you see you're not? Can't you say, what about the Christian rock one? Can't you see you're not making Christianity better? You're just making rock worse.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
It's a great show.
I mean, like I said with the Tick. As a kid, I didn't like it, like Dan said. But as I grew up, oh man, some of the joke finally hit me.
It's a great.
Yeah, the humor is just there. It does take time to get it, but like, yeah, it's. And then I just love the fact, like his friends too, the ones that like Hank. He's the main character. He has a care of 3 other friends who are the most moronic you can think of, and that's why I love it. Especially, each of them have like certain like, what's the word? Issues.
Yeah,
issues.
Pocket sand is all I have to say about that. Pocket sand.
That's not untrue.
Yeah, but it's a great show. Definitely in my list for sure.
All right, I'll say one of mine. Yeah, one of mine. Let's do. I heard you talking about it. I had it on my list too. American Dad.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Much better than Family Guy.
I agree on that.
Early Family Guy was good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like once it revived, it was not ever the same.
Yeah, that's true.
What season was it when it got bad? Was it 4 or 5?
It was probably 4.
Probably
I think.
4.
Yeah.
I mean, the first
maybe
season.
3, maybe 5. Yeah.
No,
season 1, 2, and 3 was not.
Yeah, season 1, 2, 3 was good. I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean,
4 was the first season it came back. Technically, it wasn't bad, but by season 5, it went downhill.
Yeah, I agree on that.
It just came over the top.
Same thing with American Dad. Like it started later on. It became pretty bad.
The past couple seasons haven't been amazing.
Yeah.
But American Dad's still great. I mean, the first season's a little rough for some people.
Oh yeah.
But the jokes are great. My favorite line I use all the time whenever I make a mistake.
It's still toast.
No, I say, "Looks like I owe someone a whole bouquet of oopsie daisies."
I remember that episode.
Yeah, did you? Another great line is, "Oh."
I remember me and Eugene talked about American Dad, and I was like, "You remember when Stan does like?" And Eugene did the "ooh" noise, right? And I'm like, I wonder if there's a YouTube clip of just Stan going "ooh," and there is 2 minutes of him just going "ooh, ooh, ooh, Dad, ooh."
It's just it's a great show. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's about an ultra conservative person who works for the CIA running a family. It's kind of like All in the Family-esque. He just gets in these crazy shenanigans. He's a moron. It's funny. I mean, it's just stereotypical, but there's so many quotable lines.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
My favorite's when like him and his son are out in the desert looking for the parts for the DeLorean, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, catch!" And he throws yogurt, and Stan misses, and it hits and gets yogurt all over him, and he's just like crying. He goes, "Oh, oh!" And he's like trying to get all the yogurt off him, and he's like crying. It's a great show.
That was a good episode too.
I like that episode. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact is, Stan's trying to get a DeLorean, and he does it because he loves the car, not Back to the Future. He's never seen it.
I can only go 88 miles per hour. So you did watch the movie. No, this seems a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You literally can go 80. I'm cracked up on that part. Yeah.
I mean, that car really can only go like 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's see. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Some of you guys seen that?
I've
Yeah,
seen
I've seen
that. I saw.
like I wouldn't put it in my favorite, but I put it
Oh, come
very
on.
highly.
It's like the random humor.
No. I rate it very highly. Don't get me wrong, right?
Eugene actually gave me the first season. I watched it. I was like, "What is this mess?"
It's random. That's what's so great about
No,
it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like it a lot. Like, I wouldn't put it as my favorite, but I put it a lot. There's another one on the list I put on my favorite that you're probably gonna bring up that I forgot.
Go ahead, say it. What do you think?
Venture
I'm gonna bring
Brothers.
up? You son of a bitch! You know I was gonna mention that.
Yep. No, because you said it earlier.
I love the Venture
No,
Brothers.
that's something I could put as a favorite though.
Have you ever seen Venture Brothers,
Okay,
Dan?
I have not seen the Venture Brothers, so I don't know what it's about.
Okay.
Please
Gas
don't murder me.
Have you ever seen Johnny Quest?
Of course.
It makes fun of that essentially.
Yeah. Except for the big buff man is also more crazy. The dad's more crazy.
Yeah, it's really like it's dark.
It gets dark.
It's like-
People keep on dying and coming back as clones. I don't know.
It's
Oh
it's
my
dark.
gosh.
Let me put it this way: in the first season, the Venture Brothers die. Yeah,
What?
there's like 6 seasons. Watch and see what happens.
It's great. Dr. Girlfriend?
I'll take that out.
It's a great show. The Monarch. I mean,
I love the Monarch. It's probably like one of my
there's
favorite
so many
characters.
quotable lines in that.
Just for the Monarch.
Yeah. Shit, mall cops.
All right. I'll check it out for sure. I'll check it out.
I love it.
Let's see. I'm trying to look at. Okay, I only have a couple more we haven't mentioned. The Boondocks. Anyone see that?
Is that the? Oh wait, that's the.
It's about these 2 black kids who
Yeah.
move in with their grandpa.
I'll put that on my list too.
That's
They
a
did-
great. It's like also you can almost argue it's anime. Some of those fights.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
he gets a lot of inspiration.
Once
from
again,
it.
not my favorite, but I rate it highly. I rate it
Yeah,
highly.
I love Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus.
I can't believe they made a character like him.
I
though.
would quote Uncle Ruckus, but I would get a lot of
No.
backlash.
Yeah, I know.
It's just not as
mean-
funny if you don't say
Yeah.
the word. So.
I mean, also, once again, I feel like context is important, and this is...
yeah,
Yeah.
watch Boondocks. It is racist. It's like the Chappelle Show, but in cartoon form.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's
That's what I was
racist against
trying to say.
everyone.
Yeah.
That's I.
So, yeah, I mean, like I said, very highly rated.
Let's see. Archer.
Yeah, I put that, once again, not favorite, but I highly rate
Eugene got me into Archers. I remember that.
To this day, whenever I say, like, when I'm spelling out letters and I go, M, they're like, what? I'm like, M as in Mancy.
I love that line.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't.
You didn't see that episode? It's the one there in the blimp.
Let me put it this way. It's about a spy who's a screw-up. H. John Benjamin is the voice. He's an amazing voice. I can only one day wish. He's like second only to Keith David, who I would let do things to me. As long
He is a great...
I let H. John Benjamin do some stuff.
Yeah.
Butt stuff only.
Oh my
Oh, yeah. And then, you know what? Let's go for... shoot, I had something in my mind. I forgot about it now.
Archer's great. Phrasing.
Yeah.
Final thing on my list is Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
You know what? I completely forgot about that, and I do love that, and I would put that as a favorite.
I don't remember that at all.
It's a great
It's a
show.
great show.
It was on Adult Swim.
Oh, okay.
We're from the year 2009.
Yeah, we're from the far future of 2000. I think it was like 4.
Yeah, it's like 2006 on the
Yeah.
calendar.
He represents the Jetsons.
Yeah, the Jetsons
my
Camp Trump.
It's about this lawyer who represents other Hanna-Barbera cartoons like Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
the Jetsons, the Flintstones, and they're in legal trouble for stupid things like Shaggy and Scooby get pulled over for getting high, and like they're trying to prove that they always get high. Like, come on, frequent what do they call, like, afraid of everything, paranoid, constant snacking. And then that shows like a clip of them. He goes, "Hey, Scoob, I just got it. Scooby Dooby."
Yeah, they were like,
Oh my god.
the show's great.
It's great. And the voice is, oh my god, Colbert. Steve Colbert.
Oh,
That's the
really?
voice of Harvey Birdman.
Yeah.
Or, no, that's the voice
no.
of Men Talk the Mind Taker. The voice of Harvey Birdman is Gary Cole. Who, if you don't know who Gary Cole is, he was the boss from Office Space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that by Monday.
Yeah. You know what? I know another show now that it's on Dan's list, and you probably forgot about it.
Funny cartoon?
Yeah, Bob's Burger.
Bob's Burger.
I just now remember that.
So the connection is H. John Benjamin is the voice of Archer, who's also the voice of Bob.
That's how I remembered it.
Bob's Burgers.
And I did love that episode of Archer where they linked the two his voice acting job together.
What?
So
There's an episode in Archer where like he forgets his
memory,
and so like he's like been working in a burger
for years.
And he's married to a wife called Linda.
Oh my god!
And he has 2 children. He adopted 3 children.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Bob's
yeah.
Burgers is good. You have anything to say about that?
Bob's Burgers. Just watch it. It's very disturbing, but it's like the funny disturbing.
I love the burger of the day. It's every time they put them up.
Yeah, kids are crazy. Wife is trying to be normal, and the guy's just trying to make money. So, but it's typical. But like the kids is what makes it like how it makes it crazy. It's the 3 kids. So, but yeah, I remember when Yuji entered. Yeah, the first episode when Yuji showed it to me, I gotta keep watching this.
No,
It's
I
good.
showed it to you.
It's like
You
one of
showed it
those.
to me.
Did I? Okay.
Your argument,
I would never.
I take credit for it.
Okay,
All right,
Zach
well,
did it.
that Dan memorably being removed.
Yeah, but yeah, Bob's Burger. That was I'll put that on my list.
Yeah, I know
Good
you
show.
would.
Good
Yeah.
show. Pretty much. I mean, if you haven't watched it by now, what are you doing? I mean, it's like one of those like sleeper hits. Like no one watched it like its first season.
The first season was not. It
was all right.
It was
But
it
it
got
wasn't
better.
bad.
Yeah,
But like during the second season, it blew up. Like everyone watches it.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Can I add? Okay,
Yeah,
I need to add
yeah.
something. One more,
Uh-huh.
but because I think it might be controversial, like kind of up and down. The
That was
Simpsons.
your favorite.
The Simpsons.
I mean, I would put the first few
Which
seasons.
seasons are we talking?
Yeah, that's why I said because I know
1 through 9, I would say is very good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
there's
agree.
they always say the episode that where you can see the dip of quality is when Skinner, the Principal Skinner, is revealed to be Arnon Tanzania or something.
yeah.
Because, yeah. That's probably a good episode that I would say. I mean, I said it started falling before that.
Yeah, but like that was like the
That was the string point that everyone realized.
they call it the jumping the shark moment. If you
Yeah. Yeah,
but
that's true. That's probably jumping the shark.
but as growing, the Simpsons has not stopped. It's been growing on me. Since like
Oh, there's
when
still-
you first watch it, they're still making it. Right?
Yeah,
No,
there's
that's
still
why-
so there's a lot of quotable quotes even
Right.
to date. Like one of the ones is when Homer becomes the new Hamburglar for Krusty Burger, or he's a new Krusty. Remember? And then like the Hamburglar comes and steals burgers, and Homer like chases him down and beats him, and he's just like showing him beating him bloody to death. And you know it's all a skit, and the kids are crying. And he goes, "Stop! He's already dead."
No, so like I think like the Simpsons, even the new one, it depends on who's writing it.
Yeah.
Because Conan O'Brien has come back for a couple of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So like I heard that those episodes aren't bad. They're not maybe great, and they're not all the episodes. There's some episode that he comes back for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Simpsons. You have to. I understand it has to be a list. I mean, come on, how many shows would not exist if it wasn't for Simpsons?
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Respect where respect's deserved.
I would say the first 9 seasons are definitely.
Yeah, I mean, Simpsons inspired Family Guy and inspired Bob's Burgers, kind of. I mean,
yeah.
King of the Hill.
too. Yeah, like
King of the Hill.
I remember watching like
If it was for like that, then stuff like Archer still wouldn't probably exist.
Right, because then you got branching off. Because then from branching off from
Like, at that time-
American Dad,
No,
from
because
Family
like,
Guy.
because like the problem is like comedy cartoons for adults weren't that big.
No, I remember
Yeah.
I was banned from watching it when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Me too.
Because it was considered too adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents didn't.
I think my parents. This is very Asian, Zach. I'm going to tell you this. Whatever they read in newspapers, they believe it's true.
Oh,
So-
yeah,
So when they said like when there's an article for The Simpsons saying this is bad for children, they think is bad for children. So they
No, my mom does that all the time. Still, like, no.
Still?
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, I'm 30. I'll let you guys do the math. How old Eugene is?
Are you serious?
They're like, she'll read newspapers.
Oh, she'll mention it. She won't like force it on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay.
My bad. Okay, yeah, they're like, she'll be like, this is bad. I'm like, no, studies say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, what, you telling me that I'm a liar? I'm like, I'm telling you that your news sources are wrong.
I think
So she's a liar.
I think Simpsons was a bad influence because every time my dad said don't watch it, I sneak and watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And every time
who did it? I mean, me and Zach did it all the time.
Yeah,
It was such a good
tell me
show,
not to
though, when I
watch
was
it.
a
I'm just
kid.
gonna watch it so much harder.
I know, like telling a little kid not to do something, you kind of want to do it more.
Yeah, but
All right. I mean, yeah, it's a good thing you add that. We really need to add this in. I feel like we have to. It's like almost like I'm forced to add it. I'm glad you put it under your favorites. So I'm not doing the dirty work. You are.
yeah. I put Simpsons.
You know what?
on my
I
list,
actually just forgot about it until he brought it up. Not gonna lie.
I purposely
Yeah.
left it off.
You're welcome.
I slighted them. All right, you guys want to move on to anime? Is there anything else you want to add to comedy or action cartoons?
Not really. I mean, there's a couple of movies, but
Surprise!
mostly
The
one.
Asians want to jump to anime right away.
Also time is a factor.
Time's never a factor. Yeah, time is getting a factor. Let's go ahead and move on to anime.
Yeah.
Let's start with shonen / action. You want to do
Yeah,
that?
let's do action. Shonen, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shonen, for those of you who don't know, I mean, that's what they call it, but it's like for young boys, which is
Yep.
basically just action for the most part.
Dan didn't realize what that meant till
I did not know what that meant. I had to call Eugene and be like, "What does shonen mean again?"
Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought it meant. I literally thought it meant just action. So
No.
I mean, it kind of does.
I mean, like, it's meant for the younger males.
Yeah,
and
so it's
that's
like-
what they expect.
basically, it's your trope of fighting and powering up and fighting and training and fighting.
Yep.
All right, does anyone want to go first for their action / shonen?
So I guess I would go first because I do really love this. It's
All right,
probably one of the favorite newest.
Again, this is anime, so we're on anime. We're on weeb territory. Well, I guess you're not a weeb, are you?
Yeah, we'll go
Are
with
Asians
yes.
considered weebs? I don't know.
Yeah, I call them weebs if they're
All right, so Eugene, what's your favorite action?
probably, at least for the newer ones, it'd be One Punch Man.
thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
As a resident comic book geek here, Troy Boy too, kind of. Yeah, Troy Boy's a comic book geek. I have to say, I agree.
I think it's a great opener to start the segment.
Yeah.
It's
We mentioned it in our pilot.
yeah, and all three of us just love it. Like there's things about it that's great. That they take what's it called? The whole like Superman trope. And instead of like being like, oh, you're Superman, they take it in another direction.
He's so powerful, he's always bored.
Yeah.
So like instead of going for this whole serious, like I'm doing this for good or I'm doing this, he's doing it because he's bored. Literally.
There's a reason why he's called One Punch Man.
He can take down anybody. Even like in the Caught Up, like in the webcomics, he can take down anybody in one punch.
So in order to make things interesting, he'll like put limiters on himself just to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Still doesn't work.
Yeah, it still doesn't work. Even when he's just goofing off, he's too powerful.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. I like that because it's how do you make an overpowered character interesting? And
Right?
they do.
And then, which we'll make another episode out completely.
Yeah, but it's great. Let me put it this way: he doesn't get any of the credit.
Yeah.
One Punch Man is considered. I won't spoil, but he's considered like a bottom tier hero, and yet he's he's the most powerful hero in the world.
Yeah.
But they still do a good job with other characters, you know. There's
Yeah.
Genos and then
Other characters
he's my
can
favorite
shine.
character.
Yeah.
The
Genos is like One Punch Man's like protege.
Protege. But what makes
not really.
but like what makes the show like so good is the fact like they never reveal how powerful he is. Even though you watch the show, you see him do this crazy powerful attacks. They said that's not your full power yet.
Yeah.
Even the final episode
Of season 1,
Of
you mean?
season 1, yeah.
Yeah.
They did not. He was like, that was like.
Yeah, that was him
close.
just
that you weren't going all out.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean. He wasn't even close. Like he said something
Yeah.
like he was just
You were just toying with.
he was kind of like you done warming up or I can't remember. Yeah, like,
And then you just see a panel of him like splitting the ozone layer of the Earth, and that's not your full power. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
basically he's unlimited power.
Yeah.
That's why I love that show. They make you want to know how strong he is. Like we don't know, but that's why the show's so good. It's just like grab.
Watch One Punch Man. This is the second time we've mentioned
I
it.
know.
Come on people. What are you doing?
Another one that I think would be a good one to start off too on the shonen list is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I actually put that under fantasy, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I love
it is a bit of fantasy.
Brotherhood. People, we're talking about this is
or the first few episodes of the regular show.
Yeah, but Brotherhood's the best way to watch it.
One, yeah.
It's a very good adaptation from the manga. And again, we're talking about anime more than manga. I mean, that's another episode. Anime in general. Brotherhood, I agree, great. It's like I call it an action or fantasy, I should say, because it's like a journey.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're looking. For those of you who don't know, they're looking for the Philosopher's Stone to basically undo a mistake they did.
It's pretty dark.
They try to resurrect their dead mom, and things don't go according to plan.
And then the price they had, because like in this world, everything has a price you have to pay.
Equivalent exchange is what they call it. For everything you do, you need equal action to pay for it.
Yeah. So.
And they try to skimp out on a soul, because we all have souls, to bring back the mom by just giving a little bit of blood. And let's just say that's not enough.
Let's say that the equivalent change God is not happy.
Yeah, and so stuff happens, and then they decide to become alchemists, which are like soldiers, kind of, or like scholars, depending on what position.
Yes.
Yeah, everything. And each alchemist is like science magic. It's really cool.
It's science and magic combined, really.
Yeah. And each one has a special ability. Like you have the flame alchemist, Roy Mustang, who can create fire from oxygen, and he has these special gloves where he can snap and create flame.
Yeah. So like instead of making flame, which probably would cost a lot, he makes oxygen instead. Yeah. And a small flame.
Yeah, he has like a flint. That's right. He has a flint on his gloves.
So he, instead of like actually making fire, he makes oxygen, which is probably, I guess, the reason why it's because it's cheaper cost.
Yeah, we're talking about cost as in like to use it. Remember, equivalent exchange. Yeah. To turn something to oxygen, you need something of equal value.
Okay. Equal value, yeah.
The only one person who doesn't have to do this. I guess technically two. It's kind of spoiler territory.
No. Let's.
Well, the main Full Metal Alchemist, it's a special ability.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, I'll save the other one, but he doesn't technically need to do equivalent exchange. He doesn't need a special circle or anything. He can just clap his hands.
Yep.
And he can kind of hack, not full hack, but semi-hack, and he doesn't need to worry about equivalent exchange. That's his special ability. He's a good combat alchemist. He usually does what we call I call it like transmutation. I mean, that's what they call it, but like he can. He makes like weapons and stuff. Like he'll change his arm into a sword, or he'll change the ground into a spear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, Full Metal Alchemist, great show. It's not quite shonen, I don't think, but I mean, like you can argue that.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
It's also action, so
very action. I mean, it's an adventure. They're trying to rectify a wrong. It's dark. It's good. It's great. I don't know why you haven't seen it.
This is the second time we mentioned it, I think.
I hate you.
And then I guess the third on this list is Fate Zero. Not Fate Stay Night, but Fate Zero.
Everyone get ready to gasp. This might be the first time I don't have much to say on this. I know I'm the resident all-arounder, which I know a little bit about everything. We're stepping outside my territory. So, Eugene, this is leaning on you.
So, if you guys know anything about Fate Stay Night at all?
Yeah.
I know it's about butlers or maids or something.
No. It's about servants.
Servants, yeah.
No, it's not that type of servant.
Oh.
Yeah, so they summon like heroes from the past, and they're called servants. So you can summon, for example, King Arthur,
which was a chick.
Which is a chick in the series. Yeah.
So Queen Arthur.
Yeah, no, but still king.
They call her the king.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then they try to fight for the Holy Grail. That's the original series, right? Fate Zero takes it before the Fate Stay anime happened, and the main character is just a badass. So like in the Fate Stay Night, like they fight like all shonen like, right? Like each hero fight versus each hero. In this one, like the main guy just goes out and just like brings out a gun to shoot people.
Nice.
He doesn't like give a shit.
All right.
Okay. So like because it comes like a little bit darker than the normal, but at the same time because of that it makes like the action so much better.
Huh.
You know what I mean by that? Actually, you don't.
I've never seen it. So I know. I'm in shock.
Yeah.
I have no life, so I generally am able to watch and do everything. A little bit of something.
Fate Zero isn't it on Netflix?
I don't know if it's on Netflix.
Because I know they have like a bunch of Fate Stay Night stuff.
Well, I know
on
Blue
Netflix.
Exorcist is next on my list to watch on Netflix. So.
Oh,
action?
You know what? We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have any other shonen? Before? I got a couple I want to mention.
I mean, Fist of North Star, the honorable mention.
Yeah, we mentioned that during during what was our pilot.
Yeah, our pilot. I mean, I just love that series. I mean, like, I think for me this might be the nostalgia glass kicking in.
Yeah.
You always talk about Fist of the North Star.
But I do love that series, like how cheesy it is and all that stuff.
and how overpowered.
Yeah.
You're already dead.
Nani. Head explodes like as he walks away.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you want me to go next?
Yeah, you can
Boy?
go next,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, I have to, right? I even tweeted this out. Zach's got to be talking about some Dragon Ball Z.
Oh
Yep.
my, yeah.
The Shonen. Come on.
That's,
Yeah,
Zach,
I mean-
that's your anime right there.
It is good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Also.
And I would probably put out the most influential shonen.
It has to be. I mean, there would
Right.
mostly Shonen wouldn't exist without it. But I like it
At
because
least the way it is.
the art style in the manga and the anime is very crisp, well drawn. It's one of the first
depending on
times.
the episode.
Depending on the episode, but I mean, for the manga that came, or for an anime that came out in the late '80s, it still holds up pretty well today.
I'd say it holds up very well, especially when the right studio draws it.
The story isn't amazing, but if like you've never heard the story before, it sounds like spectacular. It's about space monkeys who go and fight a space real estate agent alien who using magical powers of energy to fire blasts out of their hands and kung fu. There's a
not
bald
untrue.
human that can make a disc that can cut through anything.
Which never hits.
And basically, this evil alien prince monkey is one of the first bad guys. It's crazy, but it's like a martial
It
arts.
sounds really stupid when you say it like that.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even talk about the android who has all their powers and is
my.
fought by other androids.
Oh, yeah.
Who are not
which
really
are really
androids,
cyborgs.
which is and then let's not forget the pink magical genie in the last.
Oh, yeah, that
arc.
turns things into food.
Yeah, and eats them.
Yeah.
he literally eats people. He turns into candy.
Yeah.
Can we not forget about the organism that is a cell, please?
I said that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did
He's an
not.
android.
He's not an android. Wait,
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave now because I'm
Yeah.
stupid.
I said he's the android that has all their powers.
Yeah. But,
I
but like, in
I
real
said
life...
then other androids fight him as well.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
In real life, that's not really an android, but in the show, he's an android.
They call him an android. He's grown from like cells. That's why his name's Cell.
Yeah, but
Yet they call him an android.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he has a bomb that can make himself blow up. for
Okay,
God's
so but
sakes.
in actual
In reality, he's not really an android.
We're gonna have an episode dedicated just to Dragon Ball Z, so I'll try not to gush.
I better catch
Yeah.
up on that then.
And when I say Dragon Ball Z, I am also including Super in this. Super.
You know what? We'll call Super separate because that is also a beast of its own.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Dragon Ball Z, great. I mean, Super Saiyan is iconic at this point. I mean, hell, Sonic can go Super Saiyan.
Yep.
When he collects all the Chaos Emeralds, Sonic goes into Supersonic mode.
Sometimes on the toilet, I feel like it's Super Saiyan, and then all the blood comes out.
Oh my god.
You have to shout like a Saiyan.
Dragon Ball Z, watch it if you're a fan of action. It's almost, you can say sci-fi. They fight a lot of aliens.
It is very sci-fi.
There's a future arc. There's, I
They're
mean,
traveling in space. We're crying out loud.
yeah, and the main character's a alien.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
a monkey. He could turn into a giant monkey. Kind
Yeah.
of.
Well,
That's
not in Z,
yeah, but
but
there's also
Ball.
Dragon Ball. But if you've had to, anyone you've heard of Dragon Ball Z, come on.
I mean, if you haven't, what the fuck are you doing?
Let's see if
Eugene just said the F word.
Poor boy's blushing.
Yeah, no.
Stop.
I'm sure we've mentioned this. I know Eugene's seen it. We were talking about this. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Troy Boy.
What's up?
My Hero Academia.
I've heard of it. I've never
It's a great
seen
show.
It's a superhero show. Come on.
The superhero
Well,
show.
okay, My Hero. Okay, so what's it about?
It's about everyone has almost everyone, not everyone, but 90% of people have what they call
Even more than that, not according to the because as the generation went on.
yeah,
it said
like almost everyone. It's ridiculous.
it's ridiculously rare if you don't have it.
Everyone has a quirk, which is like a superpower.
Now,
And
if
they
it's
can-
good or not, it's a different
Yeah,
story.
these quirks can be really lame, like something like,
Warm up water.
yeah, you can warm up water, something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But basically, because of this, superheroes are common today. Like superheroes, not like more like Western comics superheroes. Not like the Power Rangers, how like anime and like these.
Yeah, they're more Western.
And the main guy's, well, technically All Might is the main hero, and he's like a Superman trope. His powers are super strength.
Like
and,
they did like the Superman trope right.
Yeah, he's amazing. All Might's
a few,
amazing.
A few times they do like the whole Superman trope correctly because often it's not.
Let me put it this way: this show is one of the few. I'm almost embarrassed to say it. I've had tears in my eyes watching a couple episodes.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
It's very emotional, especially the first episode.
Yeah, the first episode.
Because I'll set it up.
First episode.
I'll set it up. The first episode is about following a guy that everyone calls Deku, which is like a slang for useless doll.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Because he is one of the less than 1% people don't have any quirks or superpowers, and Deku is one of them.
Yeah.
They would.
And so then he's made fun, but he worships All Might. He wants nothing more than to be a superhero, and so it's about him, and basically shows that he is like one of the most heroes at heart, even though he has no superpowers.
Yep.
And he gains the attention of the most powerful superhero, All Might.
Yep.
This reminds me of a manga. I forget what it was.
Boku no Hero Academia.
No. It was you introduced it to me. It was like
Tiger and Bunny. I know you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh,
I did mention that. I didn't mention to Zach, and so like I know Jen's gonna remember about Tiger and Bunny.
Oh, man.
If not, I'm gonna remind him.
Okay, but no, it's a manga. I have to figure it out. I think it's Iris Zero.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I was like, it's interesting, but it turned out not to be good.
I actually enjoyed it, but that's manga.
My Hero Academia. Watch it. It's amazing. It can bring tears to your eyes, especially when someone without powers puts his body and life in, like...
Yeah.
There's a later arc where there's a guy who kills heroes, and he only judges 2 heroes to be true heroes.
Yep.
One is All Might, and one's Deku, so...
Have you ever read, what's it called? Boku no Anti-Hero?
No, it's a spin-off, right?
It's a spin-off, yeah.
Yeah.
You actually get to meet third person calls a hero.
Okay. But yeah, it's a really good show. I love it. It's great. We mentioned it already. We mentioned One Punch Man. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Now, it is a good series. I won't say favorites, but I love the series.
I love it. Yeah, I want to put it in my favorites.
After the tournament.
Yeah, I don't like the after like the first major arc, which is the tournament. I guess that's the second really major arc.
Yeah, but
I agree. After the tournament, it goes downhill. But leading up to it, it's a good Dragon Ball Z replacement. He's called the Spirit Detective. He basically fights demons. He's a human with spirit powers. Shonen, very shonen.
It's very shonen. Yeah.
It's good. I like it. Apparently, Choi Boy is giving me the stink eye for mentioning it. So, Yu Yu Hakusho. Here's one I know Eugene's gonna say honorable mention.
Yep.
Fairy Tail.
Yeah, I'd probably put that in the honorable mention. Definitely.
Put that in honorable. I love Fairy Tail.
It's about
it's a good show.
It's about mages, but shonen. Like each mage has a special power, and
I love the time how they did the second time skip.
The main character is Natsu. The main character is Natsu. He's a dragon. He uses dragon magic or dragon slayer. Each dragon slayer can basically absorb that element
and then use it.
And his element is fire, so he can eat fire and become more powerful.
Yeah,
but he cannot eat his own. Well,
he never really.
No, he never did that though.
He never ate his own.
He never ate his own fire.
I don't know if I don't think he can actually cast actual spells.
Yeah, I mean he's like a mage, but he's not really a mage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like the anti-mage.
But he eats lightning one time. That's what I was trying to think of.
Oh,
it has some bad effects.
Yeah.
He ate what's his name? Laxus's lightning.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, but we'll worry about that.
Yeah, Fairy Tail, great. It's a good shonen. It's about like a world where there's mage guilds and all that, and there's battles and like different arcs. It's very fantasy almost as well. So, and then finally, I could say Naruto, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, it's got too many problems.
Too many problems. I mean, it's iconic.
Too many.
Like if you just said the first part, I say I love it. I put it on the favorites.
When there were tune-ins?
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
But then like later on,
once it becomes Shippuden, since we're talking about anime, it goes downhill.
Oh my god.
But next,
Bleach. And again, Bleach ends weak, but for the majority of it, especially that first arc, it's amazing.
Yeah, the first arc, I would say Bleach is amazing. Second arc, pretty good too. Third arc, no.
Yeah, it falls downhill once they beat the real quote unquote villain, and Ichigo has to sacrifice something. We'll just say, even though it's not permanent.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it goes downhill during that fight, really, but after that, it never recovers. So
it sort of recovered and then went bad again.
It's about a guy who hunts not ghosts. Basically, it's a sword anime. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's a sword anime,
but they
with
have
spirits.
Like with spirits, and it's like sword fighting.
Ghosts would be the best way to do it.
Each sword's different, has a different power. I mean, I'm just overgeneralizing.
I mean, no, they all have different powers. I don't think any of them.
Yeah, like Ichigo's basically he has a lot of spirit energy he can't control, so his sword's giant. And well, at first it goes through different. It changes shape and all that.
And then they keep adding more forms to the sword.
Yeah, but it's shonen as all hell.
Yeah.
All right, Choi Boy, do you have any?
Shonen?
Tiger Bunny. I know you love that series.
It's
But
would you consider that shonen though? For
yeah, I consider that pretty shonen.
okay,
Will they ever make an anime for that one with a lightning guy who has lightning powers?
what?
I thought you used to read that as like a Korean. I think it might have been Korean, not.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
I think it was Veritas.
Yeah.
Veritas. No, they didn't.
No.
I know you were reading that.
Yeah,
Back
that was
in high school, maybe. Or
Oh
was
my
that?
god!
I love that series,
Eugene introduced me to Veritas.
Yeah. I just do a lot.
I mean,
of things.
honestly, you name okay. So Tiger and Bunny, it would be since I don't watch a lot of anime like Eugene does, but I do watch an anime that Eugene does recommend. And so far, I will say put Tiger and Bunny in there.
It's interesting take on the superhero.
Yeah, it's very. I like how basically what you just said, just very different in terms of superheroes. So like. Basically, it's just superheroes, but they're also endorsed by companies to see, and then they make it into a game. So whoever whoever stops these villains, do certain things, they get points. So whoever gets the most points and catches the villains wins, and then they get all that fame. So
I'll be honest, Eugene mentioned to me today. I haven't heard it before, so I'm gonna have to check it out because I like superheroes. So
it's a different take on superheroes.
It's very different.
Tiger and Bunny.
Tiger and Bunny.
Out.
At first when Eugene said, "We gotta watch Tiger and Bunny," I'm like, why is it called Tiger and Bunny?
It's their nickname.
It's their nickname.
It's not their actual superhero name.
But I was like, sounds kind of
it sounds
homosexual. But
I mean, oh my gosh, how homosexual? How many fan art of that was tremendous during that time?
Never look at fan art.
No, I know, but sometimes it leaks into the real life.
That's mostly girls, though. You know that.
Yeah.
That's mostly girls. Okay, but
But it leaks into real life sometimes, somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, but in terms of shonen, though, you guys mentioned a lot of things that I've seen, so I agree with. I will put Tiger and Bunny there as one of my own, though, for sure.
All right, you guys, we set to move on?
Yeah, I think we're set to move on.
Do you want to let's combine slice of life with comedy. For those of you who don't know, slice of life is like everyday life, essentially, but it's usually humorous. So school life is often considered slice of life. So if you go to school, and that's the majority of the anime, it's basically about everyday life. Slice of life, right? And comedy is pretty straightforward. It's funny. This is my shortest list by far. So
would you, for slice of life, would you consider drama in there as well?
Yeah. It depends. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be necessarily a comedy. A lot of slice of life doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
You have
generally
High School Zombie, whatever it's called. I don't know.
High School of the Dead.
High School of the Dead.
Something
That's almost slice of life.
I don't know
with
if that's slice of
comedy.
No, it's
High School of the Dead.
What you remember the girl with?
I don't think that's a slice of life.
I think it's horror because she's literally killing zombies to save her life.
Yeah.
while she has big breasts and really short skirt,
which is tropes of.
And she destroys.
I'm gonna go first since my list is small and I don't think any of you guys have it. I'm gonna skip over the one we talked about earlier because I know it's later on your list and I think you can talk more about it than I can. So I'm gonna skip over that. I'm gonna talk about Case Closed. It's basically a detective.
Case Closed.
If you're looking for a great, well-written main plot that you're going to follow and things are going to develop and you're really excited, don't watch Case Closed.
No, he's trying.
It's been going on for well over a decade, almost 20 years now, probably.
Yep.
And the main story is about a detective, high school master detective, like Sherlock Holmes of his time. He drinks a magic formula or whatever. He's poisoned. Yeah, he's poisoned, and he turns into a kid. And so everyone thinks he's in America, on the thing, and no one knows that this kid is really the detective. So he adopts a new name called Conan, based off Sir Conan Arthur Doyle, the person who wrote Sherlock Holmes, and he solves crimes while hopefully trying to find out who poisoned him and a cure so he become an adult again. This has not really progressed at all. It's always him just solving cases.
Like I said, I told Zach earlier, without trying to spoil too much, the only new thing they brought to the story is they brought back somebody else who got poisoned.
Yeah, there's another person who apparently has been shrunk to a kid.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a slice of life. If you really like mysteries, if you're a fan of Sherlock Holmes and the ridiculousness about how crimes can be perpetrated, Case Closed. That's the name of the anime. So that's kind of a slice of life, kind of. If you can't notice, my shtick is usually cheating on these lists. Here's one. I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but I did watch it. Rosario plus Vampire.
Oh, I see that. I like the animation of that series.
Yeah.
But I did not like the series as
It's stupid. It's about this guy who goes into a high school. It's really meant for like the supernatural, and he's the only human there because he went there by mistake. And becomes kind of shonen near the second half when he becomes supernatural himself.
And starts fighting off.
So, but it's your typical harem trope where it's one guy and a bunch of girls, which is very common, the slice of life type.
Yeah. Give or take, yes, yeah.
It's either that or what they call reverse harem, which is one girl with a bunch of guys that like her.
Yeah.
So, let's see, comedy, Bobo.
That's a good series.
Yes.
Watch it. It's almost, I don't even want to talk about it. It's random. It makes fun of everything. Watch it.
Like, there is no way we could talk about it and do it justice.
It makes fun of
like
everything.
how stupid it is.
Yeah. Dragon Ball, which is the prequel, the original before Dragon Ball Z. It starts off, it's more of an action comedy rather than a shonen. It's about them looking
it eventually becomes shonen. But yeah.
But there's a lot of like pervy jokes with Master Roshi and Goku's just so naive and dumb. Like when the girl asks, like, I know you have the Dragon Balls, and he shows her his testicles because he has no idea what she's talking about.
Yep.
Stuff like that. It's like it's juvenile humor, but it's funny. I like it. And then finally, Fooly Cooly. It's a good anime. They recently came out with a sequel, which has been not getting great reviews apparently.
Yeah, it's not been doing.
I'm gonna watch it. I don't know if you are, Eugene. Just to see.
I'm actually gonna watch just to see.
It's hard to explain. It's Fooly Cooly is like a comedy sci-fi.
It really is. Yeah.
I agree.
It's random. It doesn't make sense. If you have no idea what's going on, you're not alone.
Sounds about.
But it's still good, and it has a killer, kick-ass soundtrack. So.
Oh yeah.
The music's great in that.
Those are my lists. Really, if you haven't noticed, I'm not big into like these type of stuff, so I don't have a lot. Yeah. I don't know if Eugene, you want to talk about yours?
So on my list for number one, it'd be Gintama. I really like that series of comedy. It's not meant for everybody though. Like there's like these knowledge gaps that you need to know for the series to fully enjoy it, because sometimes they'll do stuff that, like, unless you know the culture and stuff, doesn't make sense of why it's funny and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there'll be like a time where he apologizes in front of a bunch of people. That's because also the prime minister at the Japan at that time also apologized that same way.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like pop culture for Japanese.
Yeah, so like if you don't like, that's why it's just kind of hard for some people to watch.
But if you're a fan of anime, you'll get a lot of the jokes because they make a lot of
jokes about everything, which is also the thing. They make fun of Monster Hunter, they make fun of Dragon Quest, they make fun of MMOs, they make fun of people's penises.
The main story is basically a wandering samurai trying to pay the rent.
That really is what it is, right? Like a samurai who was monstrously strong.
Yeah, watch it. It's great. There's like several series though.
It's really, really long. It's like
what's been going on?
Episodes?
It's been going on since the 90s at least.
I don't know. Yeah. It was
manga. I don't know the anime.
Yeah, but it was back when anime used to be shot by 4x3s.
Wait, the manga's over?
No, it's not.
It's not.
I was saying, last I checked, it's still going.
The anime is like 4x3 when it originally came out, and they eventually switched to 9x16. So that tells you how long it's actually been running.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z was originally 4x3. So I don't know if any of you ever buy a DVD. You notice it's kind of stretched on some of them.
Yeah.
Because they try to upscale it to
16x9.
16x9. Yeah. A lot of people don't like it, so a lot of times you'll see them just in squares instead of like stretched. Mm-hmm. So. And
then another one is Clannad.
Never heard of it.
It's a more serious one. It's the same people who did Air, Dan.
Oh, you told me about Clannad.
Yeah,
I still haven't seen it yet.
The second season is so much sadder.
Of Clannad?
Yeah.
What was that about again?
Don't worry about it. It's because it ruins the whole story.
Okay.
Because it's literally slice of life for the first part.
Just give me the animes. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Just do what you're told, Dan.
Yes.
And another comedy. That's actually like a pure slice of life, though, that I like.
All right.
And the other one is Konosuba. So, you know that I told you like how I hate the whole like people die and revive to another world series.
Yeah, basically you die on this, or you die in this boring life.
Yeah.
And then you reborn into a new life or a new world or something.
But in this series, they take that and make it into a complete comedy. So, like, you know how, like, the whole trope is you die? He dies from a tractor out of fear, thinking it's a car trying to protect a girl when it was going like 10 miles an hour. And then when he asks to bring anything with him, he just brings a goddess with him because he's bringing her down with him.
All right.
But show's pretty funny, and I'd probably recommend it if you're into that.
Okay. Any others before we move on to Choi Boy, who's sweating profusely, like he has no idea what
he's probably searching on his phone what it is.
What is he gonna watch? What's he gonna watch?
Okay, so
all right, Choi Boy, what's your choice?
Okay, so I saw one recently for Slice of Life. It's a drama one. It's called. I told Eugene about this. It's on Netflix. It's called Violet Evergarden.
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, it's based on short stories in Japan, and it's basically this girl who was raised, like literally born and raised in a militia kind of environment. So she was usually like generally a tool for the government. So she could fight really well, kills people, assassinates people. But then, okay, long story short, the guy who adopted her try to change her views of life to like not be a tool for in the army, but be more than that. And when he passed, she's trying to figure out what does I love you mean. So she works in this mail company that writes letters for like people who has trouble expressing their feelings, and then she's trying to figure out while doing that job, figuring out what does it mean to live life and what does I love you mean, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, I will say I did cry a lot. Each episode I did, not the first 3, but like everything else I did cry.
All right.
Same thing with so it's. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but because I like that kind of stuff,
Actually,
drama.
That just reminds me of one of my favorite slice of life drama.
What's that?
Graves of the Firefly.
Don't make me cry.
That makes me. That is.
Ever talking about movies? I have a big list of movies.
Yeah.
You guys are panned. I'm joking. I cried watching Naruto once. So.
No, like it's about like these two brothers after the bomb dropped in Japan. Yeah.
You mean brother and sister?
Oh, it's brother.
That's why it made it more sad.
Yeah, the sister. Yeah.
And the sister was a baby, and then another one. Yeah. I have 2 more for Slice of Life. That's it. Yeah. Just to make it short. They're movies. One is Summer Wars. And
I know you really like that. I put that as honorable mention.
Yeah, it's how do I describe it? It's been a while since I saw Summer Wars.
Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I definitely think we're going to run over, and that's fine. I just want to mention that right now.
Oh, no, they can see the timer.
Yeah, they can see the timer. You're listening to this now. We are definitely going over an hour 20, and that's fine. I don't mind. I mean, as long as you guys are here for the ride. I mean, come on. What are you doing? What are all 2 of you doing?
I have work tomorrow, so I'm down to do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
We got 3 more categories left. Don't worry about it. Don't take your time, man.
Okay, well, there's Summer Wars. I forget it. Just watch it. You will not be disappointed. And lastly, this is just me because this is personally me, the girl who leapt through time.
That's pretty good.
It's the same.
Honorable mention, but it's good enough that I can see why.
Yeah, but they're both the same people who made it, so that's why I enjoyed it. Very good. And then, gosh, most of my slice of life is it's more movie based than like.
Yeah, I was surprised you're not saying anything Studio Ghibli.
Patience. But in Studio man,
you know so many for Dan?
So many for Studio
Ghibli, alright? That's all you have to say.
But I will say this though, just to end it, my top one is going to be Spirited Away.
Okay, I actually know that one. Yay!
I thought it'd be Totoro.
That's my second.
Okay.
But then third is Ponyo, and then just like I said, I can name a lot. But
I mean, I do like that a lot.
But the reason why I like Spirited over my friend Totoro is because Spirited Away, the music was just so much better than My Totoro, in my opinion.
It was. No, I'm not
and then the storyline and the arc and stuff I think is better than My Friend Totoro, because My Friend Totoro, honestly, it took me like. It took a little struggle for me to understand what's happening because
I love Totoro better as an art style, but you can argue about that.
Not the art style, like the storyline style wise.
Oh yeah,
like My Spirited Away is more of an adventure, which I enjoyed, and My Friend Totoro is like, hey, they just found this cool looking cat, and what does he do? Let's find out.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, but Spirited Away had like more story, more depth, more drama. It in the music, yeah. So, but yeah, My Spirited Away, definitely.
All right. Anyone else want to add anything?
Watch all of it.
Our next category is hentai. I mean,
find us.
So Bible Black.
Guys, the most old school. Wait, how do we know this? Let's go.
I've never seen hentai. For those who don't know it, Do not. Well, Google it. It'd be funny.
And
Just don't do it at work.
No. Well, like,
You're gonna
what's
see
it
that-
called? My favorite like hentai like thing was in The Office, where what's his name?
Dwight.
Not Dwight, the black guy.
Oh my god, that's racist. Stanley.
Huh?
It's Stanley.
Stanley, yeah.
There's only one black guy.
Where he drops a bunch of hentai pictures. It's like, it's not. Some people call it porn. It's art.
Wait, what? What episode was this?
I think it was one of those cutscenes that they put in the show.
I'm gonna watch that. Stanley?
Yeah, Stanley's like, it's called hentai. It's not porn.
I can't.
Don't worry. We're not going to talk about porn. That was a joke.
I know.
Hentai. I mean, Eugene's rigorously like
Calm down.
getting his list. Eugene's like, we're not.
Scroll.
Honestly, I haven't actually looked one up myself. I know they exist.
Nice recovery. So our next category is actually fantasy, which can kind of overlap with shonen, obviously, but fantasy is
Yeah.
usually more about the journey and more about like a alternate
also
reality kind
like
of
also
thing.
the aesthetics.
Yeah.
I mean, like my bad, not the aesthetics, but the world, how
Yeah,
it's done.
like Lord of the Rings is an American, a Western fantasy type thing. You know,
Mad Max is another.
Yeah, so I mean, it just
Mad
depends.
Max.
Do you want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
I want to go with which is also considered my favorite anime of all time.
All right, so everyone prepare. I wish I had a drum roll.
You
so go ahead.
know what it was. You can see it on the list.
Yeah, but go ahead and say it.
Dan, don't do that. Actually,
Is it too loud?
it's gonna mess with the audio.
Oh no, Mom and Dad are fighting.
No. Okay, go for it.
It's Trigun.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah, which is also my favorite of all time.
Yep.
Trigun's great.
It's great. Like,
Love and peace.
yep.
Man.
I actually bought a Revolotech figure of Vash.
Really?
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I've yet to. I should bring it over. I haven't opened it yet. We should open it here sometime.
Oh yeah, we should all talk about without the picture.
Yeah, I love.
Hard to
If you don't know,
describe.
I also collect toys. So
Yeah, but like it is a great show. It's one of my favorites, and I love the world, like the world building in that. You quickly figure out the whole world just within looking at it. Like you don't have to be explained about the world.
all I want to do is say it starts off. Vash the Stampede is a wanted evil man.
Yep,
But he's not.
He's the human stampede.
yep. And then like the first thing you actually see of that, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's funny. He's goofy.
goofy.
This is one of those where I think you can watch it definitely in the well, I don't know, maybe it's because we have nostalgia for like the dub, the
Yeah, I mean-
English.
The problem is once again the voice actor. Not thinking about it all over
Yeah.
again. He voices like he's one of two voice actors.
Yeah. But still, I like the it's good.
It's good, yeah.
It's good.
You can watch either or. To be
I
honest.
love it. It's if you love sci-fi-ish, like because they're on another planet, but it's like Earth.
They barely go. There is some sci-fi.
There's some like
elements, but they barely.
steampunk kind of stuff. Like the trains are a little different.
Yeah,
But it's like a very Western, like old cowboy Western,
and I love it.
aesthetic. It's great. He wears a red trench coat of all things,
Yep.
and he has sunglasses and the weirdest hair. And he's a goofball, but he's like
He's so lovable.
he's lovable, but he's also the most dangerous man in the world because he's very skilled. That's all we'll say about that. He's a skilled gunslinger. I have one more bullet left. This one might be my lucky one.
Oh yeah, he spins it.
He spins it and takes out a guy with one bullet. And he never. I don't want to spoil it, but like he's not what he seems to be. And from
He's
the
more badass than he seems, but he's more stupid than he seems at the same time.
everything he does has a reason though, and you learn
Yeah.
about that as the series goes on.
Yeah, so
Not as much in the anime as you do in the manga, but you do.
I think the manga does it better, but the anime does do the manga justice.
Yeah, the anime kind of leaves it a little bit more ambiguous than the manga,
Yeah.
especially who
the
exactly Vash is.
The end, and then the Legato fight. I think they could have done much better.
But it's a great show. I can't.
Yeah. One
I'm-
episode ruins it overall.
Which one?
The Legato stuff.
What ships are you talking about? Legato.
Where Vash kills him.
Oh yeah.
That
Cause,
kind of ruined the whole.
yeah, because it's really against his characterization.
Yeah, like the the manga is very different on that, which I wish they would have taken more of.
Yeah, the manga. It's hard to. I guess it's not really. He doesn't kill.
Yeah, like in the anime he does kill, that one person. But in the manga, he has killed absolutely 0 people.
Yeah, he's a very no-kill, and so he defeats. That's why I said that one bullet. He defeats someone with one shot without killing him.
Yep.
So
I'm not telling you which villain and how.
Dun, 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 dun.
Also, love and peace.
Yep.
If we want to live happily, we gotta live by 2 things: love and peace.
Man, I haven't heard that line.
I guess that'd be
long time.
I guess that'd be my only fantasy on that list. Well, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood 2.
Right. Yeah. Do you want me to go next? Do you want to go next?
For fantasy, I have to squeeze in for my favorite. Eugene introduced me to this, and I love him for this. You already know what I'm going to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Tengen Toppan Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
I don't know if you put that as fantasy as much as sci-fi.
I say both.
Depending on which season.
Yeah, I guess.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann.
The shortened version. Go ahead and introduce what Gurren Lagann exactly is.
It's amazing. That's it. Okay, just watch it. God dang it!
He's getting up and walking away. What's he doing? No, it's robots basically.
It's
that's
also
simplified.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, they get to the point where they throw galaxies at each other.
The main robot's main power, besides combining, is a drill.
Yeah, the power is
So, okay, just long story short, so the people are living underground, and then there's a reason why they're underground. Watch it, and then the main character two of the main characters go up, and they're in the outside world, and they're getting hunted down, and they have a robot, and then the robot fights for them. Yay!
Yeah, it's good. If you like robot mecha, it's one of those, like, I think everyone and anyone who's seen it recommends it. Especially like the ending is just insane. And there's a moment, and I can't spoil it because it's a huge spoiler. That's like, oh shit, like it catches you off guard.
Yeah.
And like it develops like some character. It's good. It's
so
good.
like some of the lines are so cool.
One of the characters, like all the characters evolve great throughout the series. All of them do, but
except for one.
I won't say it.
But he's supposed to be like that, which I'm glad. Yeah.
But the one of the main characters evolves the most by the end. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I can't tell you how he changes because it kind of spoils the show.
Yeah. Yeah, and I loved him.
Yeah. That's a great series.
Gurren Lagann, like by far.
I'm just gonna fly through these real quick.
Okay.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, that's.
Well, what's going on? There's like a moth or something.
Yeah.
Rurouni Kenshin, it's a samurai during the Meiji era where samurais are outlawed, and basically he's known as Batosai, the manslayer, during the war. He no longer kills, and so now he uses a reverse blade.
Yep.
And so he doesn't kill, but the reverse blade also weakens a lot of his techniques because the blade's on the wrong side.
Yep. I mean, it's meant for killing.
It's meant for killing, yeah. So his techniques are all meant for killing, but he uses them non-lethally now. It's a great show. I like it. The last season kind of trips over itself a little bit. After he defeats that guy who's wrapped in... I always forget his name. The guy wrapped in bandages.
Shio?
Yeah, I think
Did you watch the real life movie of the Rurouni Kenshin?
No, not the real life movie. I read the manga, obviously. Yeah. And there's a sequel, which is kind of like the last couple chapters of the manga, which is a kind of prequel. Samurai X.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Samurai X, yeah.
It talks about his life during the war, why he no longer kills.
Very bloody.
Yeah.
For the anime.
Speaking of bloody, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Berserk.
Gosh, you know what? I recently saw the Netflix version of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of it's almost like the manga's better. Manga's so much better than the anime.
Like the only reason why I can't put Berserk on the list is I feel like the anime is a bad job.
The anime does not do it justice, but I cheat. That's my thing. Berserk is great. It's bloody. It's violent.
The manga is great. If you haven't read it, read it. Trigger warning for some of those.
There's a lot of rape, both man on man, demon on woman, woman on. Yeah, when you learn more about the Band of the Hawk, it's it's when he was. It's before Guts becomes like a swordsman. Yeah. So Choi Boy's so excited.
Really?
Yeah.
The manga?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta read the manga.
Yeah, there's a big arc, and one of them, like a very long arc, talks about how he became.
I mean, they've been
Black Swordsman.
They've been on the boat for what, like 8 years now.
Yeah, it's very slow going. The manga's very slow going.
Yeah, I actually for Berserk, I watched the Netflix. I actually binge watched that.
Yeah,
and then I looked it up online, and I'm like, there's so many anime version of Berserk, but they're all
read it.
they're all the same.
Read the manga. It'll make sense because the animes are weird because some of them are canon, others are non-canon. The adaptions are not very good.
Some of them skip a lot of parts.
Yeah. So, but it talks about it starts off about him hunting down these demons, and you can find out why. After he kills, I think the second main honcho, that's when it starts going back in time, talking about his time as a youth, how he became what they call the Black Swordsman, why he's an asshole, and why he's a badass.
Yeah.
He has a giant sword. So, Inuyasha. Speaking of giant swords, I'm really on the Segway train.
You're on the
Well played.
Inuyasha, I had to because this was it was always on Adult Swim.
As a younger person, I liked it, but
yeah, now I probably wouldn't, but I had to because it was a lot part of my childhood.
it definitely was part
It's
of
about
childhood.
it's about a demon who kills other demons. That's all I'm with. He has a sword.
Yeah, that's pretty much the long story short. Let's not lie.
Yeah, that's all I'm with. Well, he's a half demon, but
They don't know that. You're not supposed to spoil.
that's like episode 5. They go into it. Yeah, that's why he's a little dick.
Yeah, I know he is a little dick.
Hunter x Hunter. Speaking of
I love
things that never get finished, we're talking about Berserk.
Oh yeah, I did love the animation from Hunter x Hunter. Also one of the openings is also one of my favorite songs in general.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is great. It's basically about hunters who are like bounty hunters, kind of.
I guess not bounty hunter, but jack of all trade.
Yeah, they do like odd jobs essentially.
Yeah, but they do specialize odd jobs.
Yeah, and it's kind of shonen. I mean, it isn't shonen.
It is shonen, yeah.
But it's also very fantasy based because the fights are part of it, but so is the world.
Yeah.
So Hunter x Hunter, great. Let's see, Samurai Champloo.
Oh,
That's a good one.
yeah.
I love it. It's one of my favorite samurai animes.
Good call on that.
Definitely high on the list.
Great music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hip hop music.
The
Hip-hop
animation
music.
style is great.
It's like a take on it's samurais, but it has like hip hop. One of the main characters, he fights with break dancing, which Choi Boy is a fan of. I know.
Yeah.
You know it.
He fights break dancing. And you got Jin, who's more of a traditional samurai.
They did a really good job with that.
Yeah, it's
love
a
that.
great show. It's about this girl who's looking for the samurai who smells like sunflowers. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
That's the entire journey.
That's what.
And basically, the samurais that she gets are dicks, kind of, in their own way.
I mean, they are dicks. Let's not lie.
Yeah, but they agree to help her, kind of. But
I mean, it's like the type of dicks that you like to see. Like Frieza's a great dick that you love to see.
So that's a good show. One Piece. How can we not say One Piece?
Yeah.
It's shonen-esque again, but it's a fantasy world of pirates that's been going on for like 30 years.
like that's why I don't like about One Piece is like how long.
The anime, I don't recommend giving it at all. Honestly, at this point, sorry, I had to bring it up. But if you like pirates, which I do,
If you want to, honestly, if you want to know what One Piece is, play the game. Honestly, play the game because I bought the One Piece game.
Carnival or something.
Yeah, it's like Dynasty Wars, but with One Piece
Yeah.
characters. I literally am reading, it's just telling me the whole thing. So if you want to play a game while reading the manga, play this game.
Yeah, it'll probably give you some shortcuts because there's a lot of chapters.
Yeah.
And a lot of watching, a lot of episodes.
The worst part about it is like the manga, they put one fight for like 20 issues.
Yeah.
20 issues.
Yeah,
You mean
the
20
fights.
You mean 20 books?
The fights are long.
Yeah,
Longer than Dragon Ball, man.
And then because it's put so long, it kind of runs out all the novelty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as the series has been aging, it's kind of getting up there in years. It hasn't been as special, obviously, because it's gone on for so long.
Well,
Yeah.
it can't be helped because they have 8 or 9 members in the crew.
I'm
Yeah,
about
but
to.
the fact that one fight is like
Yeah, because they
Too long.
separate for each fight,
Yeah,
But
which is
not everyone who fights is like your typical shonen guy. Like people fight using trickery and all that. So
yeah.
like Sanji.
Usopp.
Usopp, I meant Sanji. So another one that's going to get people, I'm sure Eugene and Dan are going to look at me going, what the hell are you doing, Zach?
I'm scared.
I'm going to first start off with only the first season, but it's a very influential Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Season 1. It's a fantasy world about MMORPG. Come on.
I
feel like
no comment.
I knew it, but no, I get it. The romance subplot's really shitty. Like, no one
I feel
cares
like
about that.
a lot of it was bad.
But the first season, or the first part where he's actually in the game world and they go, was interesting in a way. Like,
The idea's not bad.
I'll
give them that.
I don't like anything after. I've never watched anything after the first season. I like the idea of an MMO where like they're stuck in it and they have to live it, and they. I mean, come on. We love I love MMOs. Leave me alone. They're giving me the dirtiest look I've ever seen. I wish I never said it.
Zach, I still love you.
Dot Hack. When we're talking about MMOs, Dot Hack.
I feel like that did a much better job of that.
Yeah, Dot Hack's above Sword. I just have to because it's newish and the animation was good for.
I mean,
Sword Art
don't get me
Online.
wrong. The animation, pretty good. The music, the score, pretty good. The actual story, pretty bad.
Yeah, once you get to like, I know what you're saying, but still, I mean, the concept was good. Come on, give me that. Mm-hmm. Give me the concept that they're trapped in an MMO world and they have to.
I feel like it's one of those reborn.
And he becomes the villain, like on purpose, so everyone has something to work for. Mm-hmm. God, this is why I don't want two Asians.
Two Asians, one white guy.
Dot Hack. If you haven't watched it, if you like MMOs, but don't want to play one, but you want to play an MMO, if that makes sense. There's a series called Dot Hack. It was on the PS2, but they recently re-released it on the PS4.
Really?
All 3 games. Yeah.
No, I thought that was GU.
Oh no, it was GU. My bad.
Yeah, they brought back one of the better of the two apparently.
Yeah.
Those PS2 games are worth money, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Don't you have them?
Somewhere.
I'm gonna steal them. That's like my high school years there.
I think it's in the...
Let's say I got 2 more. Well, technically 3. Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna put those together. I mean, you have to. Come on, Pokemon. You have to.
Well, I agree with the Pokemon.
Name someone who can't sing the first. Song.
I wanna no. Don't make me do
copyright, Dan. Don't get us copyright strikes.
That no
I don't
one
want to
ever
be
was.
the very best. Okay. Anyway, Pokemon.
Pocket monsters.
Yeah.
As a kid, I liked it.
I agree with the Pokemon, but I can't.
Is it his favorite? I would not put it as favorite.
I only do it for Kanto. And
Yeah, Kanto. The first couple seasons.
But like,
dude,
as a kid, I loved it. Right? This is one of those like as an adult.
Yeah. As an adult, no, of course not.
Eugene,
Yeah.
well, hold on one
I like
second.
the games.
Before we go in, you tell me, in your age, you watched that Butterfree episode when he had to leave. You won't shed a tear.
Dan, I said as a kid, I liked it.
I'm talking about in your age right now.
No, I won't.
You're not going to cry when he let go of Butterfree?
I'm just bringing up controversial shit left and right.
Oh my gosh, Eugene. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I will always cry on that scene because I'm just like, why are you stupid enough to give away Butterfree?
I'm thinking to myself now, right?
And he got rid of...
It's like why... Good. He got rid of that useless Pokemon.
Hey,
Pokemon.
he wasn't useless when he turned to Butterfree.
The games has turned me jaded, Zach.
All right. We'll talk about... Okay, whatever.
Now we're gonna have a whole episode of Pokemon to punish Eugene. So Yu-Gi-Oh, a card game. We talked about that.
Once again, as a kid, I loved it.
As a kid, yeah. I mean, now it's kind of nostalgia.
Now it's nostalgia-like. Yeah.
I actually, if you just watch it again, I just start cracking
They
up.
make shit up in the first season. They don't even follow the rules.
Exactly. That's why it's so funny.
Destroy the moon. The moon's not a card right now. What are you doing?
Why you destroy the moon? Because your water is down. I can see all your monsters.
Yeah. Now that obviously when you destroy the moon, the water goes away. The seas recede, and now your water creatures.
You know, I actually thought that was real, so I actually tried to, when we played the card game, I tried that on Eugene. It didn't work. Eugene was like, that's not how you usually use it. I'm like, what are you talking about? The TV show? Eugene was like,
if you grew up during that time, odds are when the card game first came out before the Battle City tournament, the second season, you made up your own rules. Come on.
Yeah. Dude, that's when
no one sacrificed creatures to summon other creatures.
And when it first came out, when you got I think it was Kaiba and Yugi, the starter decks.
You fought the Kaiba deck without the roll.
I summoned this, I win. I was like, where's Exodia? Where are Yugi's?
That's back when a 3,000 vanilla creature could do something.
All right, and we're going.
Oh man.
Okay,
No, we're not talking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, not Yu-Gi-Oh. If we're adding Pokemon, would you agree with me on Digimon?
Yes.
I mean, on that list, yeah, but not. Actually,
Not as your favorite.
Not my favorite. Like
Digimon, digital monsters, champions of the digital world.
Digimon, digital monster. Oh my gosh, I gotta.
We're gonna have an episode just us singing one day.
But no,
copyright strike put down, but be put down by everyone.
Suckers,
for
people have to watch this for there to be a copyright strike.
honestly though,
No, all of us can.
Okay, we can have a debate on who's better, Pokemon, Digimon. But we're
gonna have we have live episodes coming up apparently.
Really?
Last one, and this one hopefully doesn't have as many contenders or contentious views. 7 Deadly Sins.
That's pretty good.
Netflix.
I would.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a Netflix original. Netflix just bought the rights.
Netflix bought the rights,
I
but
just
it's on
downloaded
Netflix.
it on my phone. I gotta watch it now. So
It's
How
pretty
is it?
good.
It's good. It's your typical. It's your typical thing, but it's.
I won't call it great, but I call it good.
For a fantasy, it does its thing. I mean, it's not like super, but like at the same time, there's some interesting like ideas.
Yeah, that's true. But like you said, I'll call it in the realm of good.
do these I mean like I know do these characters each like have a personal problem with the sin?
Yes, kind of.
Sort of, yeah.
Their personality's based on, or well, they have a past crime. Technically, it's based on one of the seven deadly sins.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
And each one is that's not really a spoiler because they talk about like episode 1, but they're basically falsely accused of a crime. So they're the biggest villains, but only they can save it because the knights have become corrupted.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Then I will have to watch it then.
it's really good. There's also it's like holy knights versus them. It's good.
It's on the realm of good. I wouldn't call it great, but good.
Okay.
It's good. I mean, come on, greed versus
Oh, I mean, there are parts that are great, but
my
like
God,
overall.
Wrath, the leader.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, definitely check that out.
those are my fantasy top fantasy. What do you got, Eugene?
I thought I already said Trigun.
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
that's all you had.
I was second. I knocked out the park with all my amazing fantasies that Eugene did nothing but give a bitch about.
Well, I mean, Trigun.
Pokemon.
Honestly, Trigun just says it all, though.
Yeah, Trigun.
It's like Zach can give like a list of 100. Trigun.
That's not fair.
dang it.
Dragon's on my list, but I can't say it because Eugene knew it. And he's like, I'm
I
gonna go
know.
first.
It's also my favorite
That's
series.
that's my
fair
favorite
enough,
series
fair
too.
enough, fair
Oh man.
All right, you got anything to?
No, you guys
I know
pretty-
said-
I mean, they're Studio Ghibli once again.
Yeah,
but,
that's Studio Ghibli.
but that's because Studio Ghibli blurs the line sometimes.
all right, let's go to science fiction. We got 2 more. Science fiction.
Science fiction.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, I already told you I already told you Gurren Lagann. So.
Gurren Lagann. Nothing else. And then,
No Gundams?
Mecha, yeah, no Gundam.
Oh man, if I had to do Gundam,
Which Gundam?
just the Endless Waltz, the movie.
I agree.
That's the only one.
That's Gundam Wing. For those of you who don't
Gundam
know.
Wing.
I did not like the Wing series as much as Endless Waltz, and I love.
That's
I-
why. Yeah.
I mean, looking back, yeah, but Wing is like so much a part of our childhood.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Wing
yeah.
is so much
I
part of
agree,
our
I agree.
childhood.
And then,
That is high up.
I have figures of them, and I have figures of all the 5 Gundams, and I have their Endless Waltz versions.
you have the figures.
The upgrade, yeah.
Where?
At home, I can bring them next time. I'll bring them next time. They're imported.
Do not bring them. I will take them.
I have like the upgraded versions because they get upgraded
Are
during
they
the
like
movie.
are they like
Endless
the
Waltz.
actual building ones or the actual figures?
No, just figures. They're
figures, yeah.
Bandai Spirits.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you got those? Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
years ago. I don't know how much they are now, but
Are they still in the box?
no. I don't.
No,
Toys are meant to be played with.
Thank you. That's
So,
pop
yeah,
Okay.
so that's what you want to.
Well, if we're gonna go that, yeah, Endless Waltz, and then I want to say Destiny, Gundam Seed Destiny. Wait, or just Gundam Seed? Is it just Gundam Seed?
There's 2 of
There's
them.
2. Gundam
Yeah.
Seed's the first one.
Okay, then just Gundam Seed. Then
Yeah.
Gundam Seed. I think they just did a really good job with the animation wise was so much better, and then I feel like they fixed a lot of what happened with Gundam.
I mean, after Wing, there wasn't a lot going on for Gundam. At that time, Seed kind of brought it back into the conversation, if you
and
will.
then this is what happens.
It doesn't hold.
up,
Yeah, as the season progresses.
Seed didn't age well when I watched it again.
No, but
Yeah.
but it did its job of bringing it back.
Yeah, that's true,
And
that's
the
true.
action wasn't bad. I mean,
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm talking about the
story,
story.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the action, I mean, the sequence and all that, great.
Yeah, they did a good job making everyone OP, freedom and justice.
all right. You got anything else you want to add?
I mean-
Gundam.
those will just definitely be in my sci-fi
You know
right
what?
now.
Well, let's talk about Gundam right now. Might as well.
All right, do it.
Like, my favorite Gundam series is Gundam Zeta.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Zeta. Is that the new one that's about the old one?
No, it's about it's right after the original Gundam. Like, you know, the original Gundam.
Oh yeah.
And where you find out what the main character is. So I'm not spoiling it.
Right. This is after Char.
Yeah, this is after Char.
Yeah. Okay.
And I love that because, like, it's about...
It's not a very well known one.
No, it is not. I recently watched it again, and I was like, you know what, this is actually pretty good.
Right. Because I mean, obviously the classic's well known.
This is I guess this is part of the classic story.
Yeah. I mean, technically, yeah.
And the story is well done. They fixed a lot of the original Gundam issue because they knew what they're doing at this time, and overall, it's just solid, and I loved it.
Yeah, I can see it. I like the classics anyway.
Yeah.
Watch. I mean, you have to watch the classics. Come on. Wing though is my childhood. I already mentioned that. I mean, I have the Wing. I don't collect any Gundams besides the original 5 members. So
Yeah. They actually did a good job with the 5. I just think Sandrock was the most useless.
yeah. Sandrock. I have that one. These stupid scythe thingies or whatever.
You gotta throw him away. That's what he's good for.
Yeah, Sandrock's by far.
Honestly.
Yeah, he's probably the
The
most.
Shenlong one's the best.
Yeah.
Or Death Scythe.
Man, we can have a debate on this too.
I don't know. I liked Wing a lot.
Wing was cool because he has 2 guns. He
Yeah.
puts them together,
Yeah.
and then it destroys the Gundam as he fires it.
Right. But
Yeah,
my
it's too
favorite
powerful.
was Heavy Arms. I love Heavy
I'm
Arms.
surprised you
Heavy
didn't say
Arms.
Epion.
He's my favorite villain.
Epion's the only one I don't have. I was so upset I couldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have Epion?
Epion's
Oh,
like the villain, kind of. He's
do-
more like an
I mean,
anti.
I mean, he really is a villain
And-
at that point of the
If
story.
Yeah.
if we're talking about the Gundams of Gundam Wing, then yeah, Epion. But if we're talking about the 5.
Oh, fair enough.
is it the
Yeah,
whip? Is it the
Heavy
whip?
Arms.
Is it the whip?
Yeah, the tail whip.
I know. Is that why you like it?
No, he's just
BDSM.
no, he's just he's the.
Are you more of an
he just-
M or an S?
I don't know. He's just more. He's more
I'm an
different.
MS.
Than
You're
the
an
5.
MS?
Yeah, he's more different than the 5 though, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
and the guy who piloted, I forget who piloted him, Epion.
Oh my god, it's been
it's been forever.
years.
But yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah,
I love him a lot.
Who's the
yeah.
guy who wears the mask that kind of looks like Char?
No, that's the same person.
That's who pilots.
Yeah, Epion.
Oh, that's right. He had something before Epion. Who do you have before Epion?
Toggy's too.
Toggies.
Oh
which
my
was just a
gosh,
regular gun.
Toggies.
Which is apparently a regular.
It's not a Gundam. They call it a mobile suit.
It was a mobile suit, but it was so strong that it's like no one could control it.
But him, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Gundams and
too.
Gundam Wing are different. 'cause they're-
remember
They're
that?
made by different metals.
Yeah.
You remember that game, Gundam Battle Assault 2, the fighting
Yeah.
game? Oh my gosh.
All right.
Another episode.
Anything you want to add? What about you?
This is
Gene?
something that
Sci-fi.
this is something that we both probably will put on very high.
All right.
Cowboy Bebop.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, it's on my list.
Yeah, I know.
I agree.
Great
Yeah.
music, great aesthetic, great everything.
Great. I mean, like the colors were really good for that too. Like that's
Amazing
something-
ending, made me cry.
Yeah, I wish they did a better job with the movie.
It's a
Yeah.
movie.
The movie's a prequel though.
Oh
No, the movie was just a bunch of clips put together.
Yeah, movie made. I mean, I don't
They had
know. The
knocked
movie
around-
made no sense to me. It wasn't
I
really
didn't
part
see
of the
the movie,
series.
yeah.
Knocking on Heaven's Door. You want to know what
All I
it's
remember
about,
is the
Eugene?
fight scene, the train. That's all I can remember.
All I
about the movie.
remember is like when I'm watching it, it was just a bunch of old clips from the episode. I'm like, okay, this sucks.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I'm kind of glad because I don't know. I don't want them to ever touch Cowboy Bebop.
It's one of those
because
things that
it's
I don't
sacred.
think I don't think they could remake with like current animation style very well because
No.
like the colors are very different. Like I feel like Cowboy Bebop needs that like gritty dark color that it had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it needs all. Oh my god, Cowboy Bebop. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's like what 13 episodes.
Yeah, it's probably like
Yeah.
one of my favorite anime series aesthetically too. Like not even
It's
just
great.
series,
It's about space bounty hunters. They're called cowboys.
yeah, and but like everything in that world is.
And,
I don't know how to put
and
it, though.
Spike, who's one of the main characters, he has a very shady past that starts coming to light near the end of the series.
Yep.
And it really culminates. It's all over a girl.
Man, I gotta watch Cowboy Bebop again.
I kind of want to watch it.
I kind of want to watch it again.
I'm definitely going to watch it again. Let me put it that way. It's that good that all three of us are like, we're going to watch that.
like I know I say Trigun is my favorite, but like Power Bebop's like one of those like I gotta watch again.
For those of you who don't know anime too much, the closest I can say it's kind of like Firefly, but not. But Firefly's not nearly as good as.
I guess it's sort of like Firefly, but like more jazzy, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
there's a lot of jazz.
For the
Very
jazz-
jazz
yeah.
influence.
The jazz-
Yeah, very
jazz
jazz.
music
Even the
is so
open. Oh
perfect,
man, the
yeah.
opening is so great.
Yeah, I agree.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Watch it.
And then another one is the original Macross series,
Gosh, that's so old.
not Robotech.
I'm gonna
Macross.
give you. You gave me shit for Pokemon. I'm giving you shit for
Oh
Macross.
no, if you
please.
give me shit for Robotech, I would agree with that.
Macross. Come on.
I'm talking about the original.
I know
like,
it. I know it predates Gundam, right?
Yeah,
But
no,
it's
no, it does not.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna say this fair. It's a poor man's Gundam.
It really is. I mean, it really is a poor man's Gundam in a sense.
Yeah.
Because like this is before they start having specialized Gundams too.
Gives me crap about Pokemon. Mentions Macross.
I know.
All three people in the world know what Macross is.
Oh, I mean,
do a
like,
poll.
just know that Robotech is a terrible anime. The American adaptation.
Yeah, Robotech's Macross, but like it's the American.
No, so
they change it.
They added all 3 seasons, and then they clip and cut through it and make it rent.
It's the same, but it's not the same. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'd say Macross would be better. If you take Robotech and give me shit for it, you rightfully give me shit.
Give me a shit from Macross. Are you kidding me? There's a reason why no one's heard of Macross and everyone's heard of Gundam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Unless you go to the weeb community, then it's the other way around nowadays.
I mean, yeah. Macross is one of those really old school.
You can go weeb.
Yeah.
Do you have any other obscure references you want to mention for your sci-fi?
My sci-fi Galactic Hero. Shoot.
I'm
joking.
I'm gonna add one more.
All right, do it.
Evangelion.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was say I didn't have that on my list, which I'm about to go over, but yeah, you have to. Come on. The ending is what the fuck though. You have no idea. No one knows what the ending is.
I like the remake much more than the original.
That's controversial.
They did
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
They kind of redid the ending, kind of too.
They're not done with it. I thought. Are they?
I thought you were talking about the second movie or whatever it was.
No. There's a third movie and a fourth movie. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the fourth movie is Evangelion 333, right?
That's the third movie.
Oh, then I don't know about the fourth.
Evangelion is like Gundam, but fucked up.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think the remake is better.
I gotta rewatch the remake then, because I have
It might be 3. Yeah, I don't remember.
I didn't know that they redid it recently.
Yeah, and
it's just a movie though, right?
it's an OV. Well,
It's a movie that kind of.
it's a movie that went straight to video, basically.
Oh, I think
I'm
I've seen
guessing
it.
it like
Then.
summarizes it or something.
Yeah.
Like it kind of tells a story.
They kind of retells it, but also modernize it.
Yeah.
So.
I gotta rewatch this.
So like they stopped making Shinji into like a full on baby too.
I don't know. It gets weird.
Yeah.
In the original.
And then the ending, once again, it's one of those what the fuck.
Well,
but it's very adult. So
yeah, I do have all the DVDs. We can have a night.
No.
Oh, we definitely. Okay, no.
I'm kidding.
No, Eugene,
Why are you so mean, man?
man, you guys.
Just know that there's
On
never
air.
going to be a Macross night.
I
There'll never be a Macross.
I don't know if you're across
I'd rather go out in oncoming traffic naked with a something in my butt, and then my open casket has that still there, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, he was on drugs or something." Then watch Macross.
So Macross?
Yeah, I kind of want to watch Macross.
I kind of want to watch it now.
I mean,
I'll watch it just so I can make fun of it.
I like the original, but not the after.
All right.
All right. Anything else for me?
That's my list. That's my added
Well, you
list.
guys are like taking all my. You guys are taking all my shit. I got like 3 now.
I kept my list short.
I didn't.
No, I saw. I'm like, dang.
I'll never keep it short. Here's an obvious one. I'm surprised no one mentioned for sci-fi. Ghost and Shell. Standalone complex or
I
otherwise.
thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's probably something you would put on
We're
the
just talking
list.
about the first one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can say not the manga, or the anime, not the movie. Why not?
Yeah. Not the and
It's
then
the
not
standalone. It's called Standalone Complex.
the original series, not the extra stuff later.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no. With Major and all that.
Yeah. I mean, like, it is something that I could see definitely on a list. It's not on my favorite list, but it is a good show. It is.
My sci-fi in a nutshell.
Did you guys watch the real life movie?
No. ScarJo is very attractive. I was tempted, but she probably ruined it.
But
Well, I'll watch it. I'll let you guys know.
all right.
Let's see. Gurren Lagann was mentioned. Gundam Wing was mentioned. Trigun was mentioned. Cowboy Bebop was mentioned. Eureka 7.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that.
Eureka 7.
And I would agree on that.
Jeez, that's old school.
It's old school, like 2006, but old school nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I thought it was before we got done with high school.
It was our senior year, so 2005, 2006.
Yeah, okay.
That's when I watched it anyway. I think it came out around that time.
I think it might have been just before that.
Might have been like junior year of our high school.
Yeah, so it's pretty close. Yeah, because I remember still being in high school.
I like it. I'm not going to go into details. It's a mecha, but I can't really go into too much more.
Without spoiling.
Yeah, watch it. It's good. It has some romance. It has everything, really.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And it's well done romance. It's not as.
It doesn't make you feel
amazing.
It doesn't make you feel awkward like some series.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to
Like
flinch.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic 06 romance is the most flinchiest I could think of.
Well, I got one more. This is I talked about this. I know you said it wouldn't be on your list, but it's newish. I don't know. Megalobox. It's like the new hotness.
What the
Yeah.
heck is that?
It's like Ippo, but not as good. Well, it's different though.
No,
Let me
like
look
on
this
the
up.
whole interesting aspect. It's pretty interesting, like how
It's like a science fiction. It's like in a future.
It's like future boxing.
Yeah, they use like these robot arms that like are like attached to them, and they box. And it's about this guy who's like an underground fighter, and he's going to this tournament to be the best boxer in the world. And like they call him a stray dog because a junkyard dog and all this. So he goes against these people who wear gears, which is like robotic arms attached to like frames attached to their arms so they can punch harder and faster.
That's legal.
Because that's legal. That's the sport.
Yeah.
But he goes in and he calls himself Gearless Joe. So he decides not to wear those and to box against other people who do, just so he can get his name out there. So he's like selling himself because he has to get into this tournament within 3 months. So
he could die.
Yeah, pretty much. That's every episode.
No, I know that's every episode.
And the boxing isn't as good as Ippo.
Yeah,
My favorite right there.
Yeah, it's not as good as that. It's not as detailed. They all kind of end the same. But I like it has potential. A lot of potential. I know this, again, I'm cheating because this is not really a favorites yet because it's only like 13 episodes. Yeah. But it's the new hotness. Everyone's talking about it. I had to. Come on.
It's pretty good, right? Like, I'm like, it's, but the one thing, like, I disliked is, like, how every fight goes.
Yeah, we talked about that before the show. We were like, every fight's the same. He gets his butt kicked and then he gets one lucky punch. Not a lucky punch, but one punch. Which you can win with one punch. I mean, that's what a counter is, right? An unguarded punch, but still.
Essentially, yeah.
I mean, it shakes your brain, so.
But just hearing it just sounds crazy. Why would he want to risk it all? Because he's trying to risk himself.
He has no choice.
He has no choice. This is the only.
Well, he kind of has a choice. Not really.
I hate that, man. Basically, he has a dodge and he get a lucky punch on him. Man.
Kind of. There's a couple episodes where he just he kind of rope-a-dopes it a little bit because he's looking for an opening. But
yeah, but it just ends up him just getting that one time that you counter.
One he's dead. So it's so.
Yeah.
But there's some unique things because some of the gears or robots they have like AI where they can counter anything. They can read movements.
Oh,
and so he abuses it because the problem is you're never going to be as fast because you're not going using your gut. The AI is doing the movements for you, so it's never going to move as fast as you using your instinct and gut.
So he tries to overthink
basically, TLDR.
Okay, that's not
TLDR. Yeah, too long didn't read. He basically can trick the AI because he can use his gut. Like he looks like he's going to lose, but because his gut, he can. So it's all right.
Sounds like Ippo without the gears.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's it for.
Okay.
That's it for my science fiction. Since every single last one was taken by Eugene.
Yeah.
Thanks, Euge.
You're welcome. Love you, babe.
Cross.
He's never gonna let that go.
I can't. My brain hurts.
He's gonna go home.
Zach's gonna watch Cross and be like, this is either the best thing or the worst thing I've ever seen.
No, Zach's gonna go home in his bed. He's like, Macross.
Yeah, I'm really Cross.
He's gonna dream about saying Macross.
We're changing the name of the show. Macross is the worst. Follow us at Twitter at Macross is the worst and Eugene is wrong.
I wanna laugh if there's an actual website called.
I wouldn't doubt it because Macross is the worst. Okay, we got one more category and we're done. It is, I gotta pronounce this right so people don't mishear me. Horror. I shouldn't pause that long. Horror.
Horror, interesting.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with horror.
What was that from? When they make fun of?
I don't know.
What movie was that?
My everyone who knows me, like my friends, my family, they all say I can't say horror, right? Because here's why I would normally say I go horror, and so it sounds. Yeah, that's just how I say it. I say horror. I can't help it.
Horror.
Yeah.
Oh,
horror.
Man.
It sounds like an ER instead of OR. Anyway, horror. And my list is very short, and I think Eugene's is fairly short.
Yeah, I mean, Zach reminded me the one I really liked.
Yeah, I don't know if you have any, Choi Boy. This is a hard category.
It really is a hard category.
We'll let Choi Boy go last on this one.
Man, in manga, if it was manga, then I can name a couple.
Yeah.
But in terms of anime, it's tough because there's only like a couple that comes to mind for me. I will name one right now. Attack on Titan.
You son of a bitch!
At least for the first season.
First season,
yeah. I haven't seen the second season, but like that's the only thing that pops in my mind. Because
now I have two.
I'll let you talk about it.
No. You talk about because you do more justice than I would probably.
Well,
it's about a naked man.
Yeah,
bigger than everybody else.
A giant naked man and several of them.
It's
yeah, but attacking. You know what? This sounds really bad on paper. Now that I say it,
they also eat humans.
Yeah, I mean, I think that creep factor on Attack on Titan is just up there, man.
At least at the first.
Yeah,
season.
the first half. Once there's a point where it kind of goes somewhat shonen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. I can't without spoiling it because it's a huge spoiler. But.
It is definitely a huge spoiler.
Oh man.
And the one that Zach reminded me about earlier that I put on that list is Hellsing Ultimate.
Jeez, Hellsing.
Not the original Hellsing run, the Ultimate run, which is the remade the 6th episode.
Dude, I haven't heard of Hellsing in a long
Yeah, that's why
time.
I completely forgot about it until Zach reminded me.
The bloodier version of
Track.
Yeah.
I guess
that's what I was like.
I mean, technically he's not wrong.
Yeah, but I remember Hellsing Ultimate. Wow. Jeez.
I'm not gonna say. I'll say it real quick. Dead Man in Wonderland. I don't want to go into.
I read the whole thing.
It starts off very horror-esque,
and then the anime kind of butchered.
Yeah, that's what Eugene told me. That's why I didn't watch it.
The second half especially kind of.
Yeah.
The idea of it though was pretty sweet though.
No, yeah.
I really enjoyed the manga. But it's sad that the anime ruined it.
The anime just flat out.
It starts off basically this guy kills his entire class, or you think, or whatever.
You think so, but yeah, it turns out that.
We don't know exactly. You don't know exactly what happened at first, anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I was about to say it too. I was like,
but it's until he goes to, like, this prison of sorts,
and he has to fight for points to live.
Yeah, basically because this prison is like they use inmates for their games.
The anime isn't as good as the manga, but this is on anime only.
Yeah, so. I agree. Okay, I understand that.
It's interesting. I mean, it's worth a watch. It's not that many. The anime is not that many episodes. I don't think it's like 20. It's like one season.
Yeah.
So. Really? Did they fit the whole season?
No, they cut off.
They cut off a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, my last one. I can't believe I'm ending my list on this because I like it, but I don't love it as much as other people.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the movie on Netflix, live action.
Wait, what is this?
With William Dafoe. Willem, I should say William.
I know.
Willem Dafoe.
You know the series, Dan.
I don't want.
Death Note. It's bad. The movie is so bad, it's almost good. It's so terrible.
The Japanese version was bad, and then I haven't seen the
but
American
the
version.
Anime is pretty good.
I enjoyed it.
It counts as horror. It's about a guy who finds a Shinigami's notebook, a death god, essentially, his notebook. Yeah. Any name he writes and how they die, they die. There's rules and all that, and so this guy, he's almost a sociopath, really.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a god complex.
He has a god complex, but he thinks he single-handedly, by writing these people's names down, he can get rid of all the villains of the world and make a utopia, a perfect world. However, things kind of go to his head. I mean, when you have the power of death, it's easy.
By your fingertips, literally.
It becomes a cat and mouse game between him and
the police at the first season.
Yeah, L. Once the whole, I won't say how it ends. Once that arc ends, it goes downhill very fast, though.
Yeah, it does.
But it's really good. The cat and mouse game is a big part of it. Like, who will he get caught? Because no one knows it's Light doing this.
I mean, they had an idea, but I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, it's good. The anime, the movie, it kind of paraphrases, but doesn't have any of the magic and changes a lot of the characters. Light's a little bitch in the movie.
Sounds about right.
Don't watch the movie. The anime's good, though. All right. Does anyone else want to add anything in the horror genre?
I have maybe one more, but I know for a fact you don't know it, but Eugene probably knows it. Umineko.
Oh, yeah, that one. I forgot about that. Because I'm the one who showed you that.
You're the one that showed me Umineko. So basically, Umineko, it's twisted because it's like basically it's a witch versus the human, and they're trying to play a game to see who the killer is. And they do like, how many times do they reset this?
And then one guy is stuck in a loop watching every family friend dying over and over again.
It just sucks.
Trying to figure out who the witch is.
It sucks because they supposed to make another season, but it didn't come out.
Yep.
This anime was actually popular. Didn't they make a fighting game over this too?
They made a fighting game, and then it's based off of a visual novel, which is on Steam.
A sexy visual novel.
There's no sex in the visual novel.
Wait.
No, I'm just joking.
If I buy this, there's no sex in it, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, you're going to be very upset.
Yeah, you're going to be very upset. But yeah, Eugene told me the visual novel reveals a lot, which I still... Do you have it on your Steam?
No.
Hurry up and get it.
No, why don't you?
A visual novel is basically a game that you watch.
And I bought too much stuff already.
Huh? All right.
All right, my bad. Anyway, but that will be it. But
anyone else want to add anything?
No.
Not even... I want to add... No, I'm not going to add this one. Maybe not. I got to rewatch it again.
All right. So before we go, as always, we'll be posting this on YouTube. By the time you watch this, are we still doing a Thursday release, you think?
Probably Thursday, Wednesday release.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll post it on Twitter. I have 2 followers. No big deal. I'm getting there. I'm learning. If you have any suggestions, please feel free. Comment. Anything. We haven't exactly came up with next week's episode yet, or the theme anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. And I'll Twitterize.
A lot of ideas has sparked.
A lot of ideas has sparked.
I completely forgot about them.
Yeah. So anyway, again, my name is Zach. You can call me the Jack of all trades, I guess. My co-host,
Eugene, you can just call me the Tall Asian.
the Tall Asian, and we have our special guest,
Danny, but you can call me Choi Boy.
do you want to take us away? Say goodbye to the folks at home? Just say something?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this very important message to all of you.
Okay, we're not going to interrupt it because I don't want
What?
the joke we all...